Welcome,
watched it over and over again because I thought my eyes was tricking me.
welcome everybody to another rendition of Delete Laws. What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? How's everybody doing today? YouTube China here has us broadcasting. They pretty much censor and ban everything that we do. What is going on? How is everybody doing today? My name is Chili DeCastro. I will be your host this afternoon, this evening, this morning, whenever you're watching this video. I am a constitutional law scholar who is autodidactic. I learned everything myself after the year 2002 when the police in LA no-knock raided my house twice in the same month. That has made me the jackboot thug pig hater that I am. A lot of you guys strongly dislike the cops. That's fine. I'm just honest. I just hate them. So I hate the police. I hate the organization. I hate the policies, the procedures, and I have no bones about saying exactly how I feel. Do me a favor, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Take your finger right there and reach down and hit the like button just like that. Just hit that like button. And then if you would, please, would you type into the chat, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put that in the chat for me, OTVO. Now, as you guys know, the statistics are in. 40% of jackboot thug pigs beat their women and beat their children, and that's the low number. The substance abuse number is at 50%. Cops are scum. And so we know this, and this video came across my desk here, and I saw it, and I thought I would say to myself, man, the people of America have got to see this. This is disgusting. We got to see it. They are, when you talk about these pigs, right now, it is what it is. And our goal is to change it is what it is. That's what we're trying to do right now. So check this out. Watch this jackboot thug pig bounce a kid's head off the wall. There's the pig right there. We got to get pigs out of the schools.
I watched it over and over again because I thought my eyes was tricking me.
Is he chasing him with a stick?
I watched it over and over.
What is that?
I watched it.
What does he have in his hand? Why is he chasing that young boy with some sort of stick in his hand? What the flock is going on in America right now? This is disgusting.
Over and over again because I thought my eyes was tricking me.
Ooh,
Michelle Simpson
bounced his head off the wall right there.
described surveillance video that was recorded inside Hopewell's Harry James Elementary School.
That's when I got infuriated.
Footage that she says shows her 8-year-old
Why does he have a stick?
son being assaulted by a teacher's assistant. It happened August 11th, 2022.
Ooh, smacking a kid's forehead. The kid's ankles are about as big as a twig. He's just a tiny kid. Stuck his head right off the brick wall.
11th, 2022.
Ooh.
As noted in a police incident report, the video appears to show the child backing away when Kevin Johnson strikes him with his hand on the side of his head. The boy then runs away as Johnson chases with a cane. Another angle appears to show Johnson catching up to the boy, grabbing his neck and jerking him, which appears to cause the child's head to strike the wall.
And then my body went against the wall, and he took his hand and hit my head against it.
Johnson, also a former Hopewell police officer, is then seen walking the student down the hall with his hand on the child's neck.
And I couldn't fight back because he was squeezing. I was trying to get his hand off.
According to the school's restraint report, before the alleged assault, the boy, who was under a behavior intervention plan at the time, antagonized another student in a classroom. That prompted
Antagonized another student in the classroom. You know, we're going to watch something in a couple minutes, and I wasn't going to show it, but I am going to show it because we have to talk about what's said in this upcoming video. The policies are what are killing us. The laws of this country are different than the policies, and the unregulated and unvoted on policies are what are absolutely killing this country's freedom. They're absolutely killing our freedom. And you're seeing it here. I mean, they have a restraint policy because he was antagonizing another student. Antagonizing, what does that mean?
Not trying to get his hand off.
According to the school's restraint
seclusion incident report. That's the whole thing. When you seclude people, that's what makes them school shooters.
report, before the alleged assault, the boy, who was under a behavior intervention plan at
A behavior intervention plan. You can't have any sort of alpha or sigma males. They have to be culled. We got to snip them. They got to get they got to get neutered. We can't have any males who are aggressive. Any aggressive male must be neutered. We must clip them. We should just move straight to chemical castration is what we should do. That's what we should do. We should move straight to chemical castration.
the time, antagonized another student in a classroom. That prompted a counselor to tell the child to go to the counseling room. The student complied with the order, but then came into contact with Johnson in the hallway before he reached the counseling room. After the incident, the boy was seen by a nurse for neck pain. There were no marks. The school's principal determined that Johnson's physical restraint of the child was unsanctioned and that no student behaviors justified Johnson's actions, including to prevent a student from harm. A year and a half after Kevin Johnson was caught on camera allegedly assaulting an 8-year-old child in school, the former Hopewell police officer and former candidate for sheriff went before a judge. I just wanted to see if you wanted to comment on the outcome there.
It's over.
Hopewell police got involved 24 hours later after the principal reported the incident to Child Protective Services. A detective spent several days reviewing evidence and told the child's mother that they wanted to arrest Johnson. Simpson shared with us her interview with the police. Take a listen.
We want to take out charges.
Right.
However, the CA's office also has to look at the case, and they agree to prosecute.
The report ultimately states that police, the deputy Commonwealth's attorney, and a magistrate all decided there was probable cause. And on August 23rd, 2022, Johnson was charged with misdemeanor assault. However, Hopewell's Commonwealth's attorney, Rick Newman, would later drop that charge without ever telling Simpson. She had to learn through a detective.
He tells me it's been all pressed, and he was just as in shock as I was.
Frustrated with Newman's decision, Simpson went to a magistrate herself to petition that the charge be reinstated against Johnson. And after CBS 6 exclusively shared her story, the case was then assigned to a special prosecutor in Colonial Heights, who moved the case forward. On Thursday, the case finally made it into a courtroom.
If it wasn't for the media getting in it, then it probably would have went where it went before.
In court, Johnson entered an Alford plea, which means that he acknowledged the evidence against him was sufficient to find him guilty, but he still claimed to be innocent. The Commonwealth asked the judge to defer disposition because Johnson has agreed to complete community service and anger management courses. So why did you enter the Alford plea? Were you admitting that the evidence showed that you were guilty?
No.
Well, that's what an Alford plea means, correct? Is there anything you wanted to say? I mean, just...
I'm not going to say anything that's going to speak bad against the child.
Though Simpson was unable to attend court, she told me over the phone that she's satisfied with the outcome.
See, the thing is, let me explain something, that a lot of the boomer generation believes that it's okay to physically hurt children if they don't do what you want. In Missouri, in the state of Missouri, they've just reinstated what they call corporal punishment, and they have a picture of a principal holding a SWAT board as though beating children in the ass is going to make them behave better. I have a good idea. As you add in the Adderall, the Ritalin, and the other chemicals you're putting in that kid, why don't you beat him, everybody? Just beat him. You beat the kid. If you beat a kid, it's probably highly likely you're going to make the kid a lot better. All you have to do is beat a kid, and he's going to straighten right out. You know, I know this for sure. I didn't get in 100 fistfights in high school. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I did. I wasn't abused as a kid. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I was. Oh, so you mean the 100 fights you had in high school correlated with being abused? Ah, they sure did. They sure did. The only reason I'm not a barbarian is because I have so much education that I've learned that there's other ways to solve your problems. And solving your problems with violence never works. But if a teacher or an administrator in Missouri gets frustrated with your kid, hey, we've reinstated corporal punishment, everybody. Look, the teacher's got a SWAT board. Let's beat that kid. Let's beat him. He didn't do what you want. Take him in the back and beat him. I believe I had a teacher named Mr. Tullis, who beat me 80 something times when I was in the second or third grade. He beat me with a paddleboard. It's a fact. It's a fact. You know, I never got to tell Mr. Tullis, you're a piece of shit, dude. And sadly, Mr. Tullis's daughter, who I knew my entire life, would later kill herself. Why do you think that is? Well, if you beat me that much when I was in elementary school, I wonder what you did to your daughter. I'm sorry. I really am. There's no holds barred with me. I will tell the truth in front of everybody, no matter what the truth is. And when you beat children, it makes them worse. When you hit kids, it makes them worse. It does. And so I'll call out anything I see at any time. I guys told you about the story at the airport one time when I saw a guy too aggressive with his kid. And I went over and I said, bro, I will beat the shit out of you in front of your kid if I see you touch the kid that way again. And so I just can't stand child abuse. And it looks like the cop abused the kid.
It went through the right steps.
And just happy that her complaint was even heard. The second
Really, if I smacked a kid in the head like that and grabbed him and hit him with a stick and banged his head against the wall, I'd get jail time. But he didn't get any jail time.
time around.
What still blows me is how Newman just did that and is getting away with it.
Yeah, he's getting away with it. Let's not pretend like justice has been done. Let's not pretend like justice has been done. It has not.
Now, Johnson will have to come back to court in December for his dispositional hearing. And after he completes that community service and the
community service, so the state gets something, but the mom gets nothing. The kid gets nothing.
Your management, it's likely that the judge will dismiss the charge. In Hopewell, I'm Tyler Lane, CBS 6 News.
Yeah, sorry. I don't see any justice done there. I don't see any justice. So this guy here, the juice is loose. This is the juice is loose. This gentleman has asked me to cover this video. I've tried to watch it a couple of times and just the world gets in the way, you know, and we're going to watch it now and we're going to watch some abuse happen here. So let me give you guys the special for today. The special for today. I do a special every single time I come on to YouTube's, or if you're watching this on Twitter, or if you're watching this on Facebook. If you guys order a trifold, I will give you a set of Fifth Amendment cop cards with your trifold. So this is the driver card. There's a driver and a non-driver card. It is just like a credit card. And this is what the trifold looks like. If you guys are new to my channel, which how many guys are new? How many guys have been here? Put a 1 in the channel if you've been here since the beginning. Put a 2 in the chat if you're new to this channel. So right here, this is the trifold. It goes up in your visor. I teach it. I teach you guys how to use it. And so this right here, you get on delete laws. When you get pulled over, you invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Ed Kreiser is in here. What is going on, Ed? Ed Kreider. Thank you, Ed. Ed's a buddy of mine. Ed and I really align on a lot of stuff. I've had a long conversation with him before. I really enjoy speaking with you, Ed. Thank you for the membership gift to people. Breaking the flaws in here. What is going on? Is my website back up? I didn't know my website was down. I had no idea. Let's get into this video a little bit and we'll check out the website.
Anyone see any trauma?
No, I don't see any signs of trauma.
Oh, no.
No. I smell something strong. You smell it? Yeah. Ma'am, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
What are you doing in the middle of the road? What are you doing laying in the middle of the road? Huh? It's 50% alcohol. Putting this on your finger. That's strong. Watch out. Put this on your finger.
Who are you?
Hey,
Fire department.
fire department, let
Putting
them
this
help
on
you.
your finger.
Hey.
Hold up.
Let them help you.
What happened? Why are you laying in the middle of the road? You had something to drink tonight? Yeah.
Go ahead.
You had anything else? Any
She's
drugs?
awake.
Certainly
not alert.
Seems to be intoxication.
Perfect.
Well, how'd you end up in the road? You fall down?
Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
Happy to hear it, James. So James, you just got my package. Right on, man. I'm glad you like it, dude. I hooked you up. Right on, Shanta. Happy to hear it.
455, 429.
Trying to get blood pressure on you, okay?
429.
1321 16th Street, exceptional incentive is before he's threatening the workers now. He's outside of his little agents they just released the worker line.
Y'all good, guys? Yeah. I see him. 429 received from Park.
Utah Cop Watch. Good to see you, buddy. Get them on deletelaws.com, my friend. Go to deletelaws.com. They're only $10. And once I get an order from you, I try to hook you up best I can.
Go ahead.
Last name Cook, first name Katie, November 4th, 1984.
JT Soup, I'm going to put your comment up here because there are people in the chat. When I show that someone needs something, people reach out to me, they call me, they contact me, and they often will send me money to cover other people. This room of people here, Team DLZ, is the most giving, loving, empathetic group of people that I've ever known.
Received black female, black female.
Black female.
$429. You can go ahead and show me out.
Received.
Here we go. Get ready. Buckle up. You're going to watch. They're going to attack this man. Katie, you should have your products by now. I shipped them. I put them in the mail myself. Yeah, I got a tracking number for you, Katie.
How y'all doing today?
Oh, we're doing good.
Doing good. Are y'all having a problem with
We're
clerk?
leaving now.
We're leaving. What
Okay.
happened is, can you look at me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, do you have a problem? No, hey, well, don't come at me with an attitude. I just came out here talking to you. I'm looking at you right now, sir. Don't get an attitude.
Try that with me, Jackboot Thug Pig. What did he just say to this guy?
What happened is,
Doing good. Are y'all having a problem with
We're
clerk?
leaving now.
we're leaving. What
Okay.
happened is, can you look at me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, do you have a problem? No, hey, well, don't come at me with an attitude. I just came out here talking to you. I'm
What are you talking about? You come with an attitude all the time. You're a Jackboot Thug Pig, bro.
looking at you right now, sir. Don't
I'm
get an
looking at you too, brah.
attitude from the get-go.
No, we came up here to bring our friend up here.
Mm-hmm.
He was bleeding really bad,
Okay.
and he's on blood thinners, and he's a medical vet, and
Yes, ma'am.
you know, and he was really worried. So when we came in, and they were just taking their time, he got kind of upset with them. So then we calmed down, and we were sitting here waiting on him
Yes,
because
ma'am.
we were in his truck, and my purse and everything was in his truck.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, the front lady, she lied to me. She said, Mr. Royston's asking for his keys, and I said okay, and I gave him his keys,
Mm-hmm.
and then next thing I know, they're coming out telling us that we have to leave. So we left.
Okay.
All my stuff was still in his truck,
I got you. I
and
understand.
I couldn't even get in my house.
Okay.
So
Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you have an ID on you, sir?
Why do you need my ID?
Because in case they want to criminal trespass you.
I'm good.
Well, you can give me your ID or you can step out of the car.
No, I ain't stepping out of nowhere.
Go ahead and step out of the car for me, sir.
Ain't happening.
So the only reason you're supposed to step out of the car is in the name of officer safety, not because you won't give him ID. This is the bastardization of Terry versus Ohio. Pennsylvania versus Mims, the 1977 policy created by the Supreme Court, says that you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. But I mean, let's just keep it real. Pennsylvania versus Mims in 1977 was created for blacks. Plain simple fact. Terry versus Ohio in 1968 was created for black people. Wasn't created for you. Wasn't created so the cops could run up and grab you and pat you down and detain you. It was created for black people. And this is the same thing. They created the 1977 holding of Pennsylvania versus Mims and said that officer safety is both legitimate and weighty, and it's a slight intrusus de minimis into your rights. A very small intrusion into your rights to get you to step out of the car. Put a 1 in the chat if you get out of the car, if it's very dangerous for you. And you just heard this Jackboot Thug Pig with his bad attitude.
Go ahead and step out of the car. Well, you can
Listen,
give me your ID or you can step out of the car.
give me your ID or you can step out of the car. That's not what the law is. It's being bastardized. And the Kevin or Karen judge will agree with the pig that he told you to give ID and you said no, so now you have to step out of the car because it's for officer safety. It's not for officer safety. It's so you can be abused, and they're going to break his arm.
No, I ain't stepping out of nowhere.
Go ahead and step out of the car for me, sir.
Ain't happening.
Ma'am, unlock the door for me, please.
If you reach in my car,
Ma'am,
unlock
unlock the door for me
you break
so we
my
don't have
law.
a bust
You know that,
window.
sir. Mr. P.H. McDonald.
Yes. Ma'am, will you unlock the door for us?
No, it ain't.
I'm sorry.
They ain't unlocking nothing.
444.
Get it.
Unlock the door so that you can abuse my husband.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's try it. Name, last name, first name, Charles, Adam, Sam, Edward, Young.
Because we need a criminal check.
Step out of the car for me, sir. Don't resist. Don't resist. You'll go to rail.
Okay. Okay.
Look, 0 to 100. Why are they treating him that way?
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Why are they treating him that way?
That.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
They're attacking him.
429. We have one resisting.
You attacked him. You attacked him. You said to step out of the car. You said stop resisting as he was sitting in the car still. You attacked him, pig.
Don't resist. Don't resist. You'll go to rail.
Okay. Okay.
You got your hand. Okay. He attacks him. He's grabbing him by the neck. As you guys know from my cauliflower ears and my teeth being knocked out of my head, I train my whole life since I was 7 years old. If you grab me by the neck, my body's gonna have a reaction to that. If you grab me by the back of my head, I'm not just gonna give it to you unless I'm gonna throw you on your head and lock you in and then toss you over my head. And they escalated this. They attacked him. They started the whole thing. When you grab another man by his neck, he's going to react. Don't clinch up. What are you talking about? I'm going to run an experiment. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about.
Put your hands behind your back. Okay. Okay. Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Come on.
Oh,
Man, unlock the door for me, please. Because in case they want a criminal trespass. I got you. I
And
understand.
I couldn't
Sounds so nice. I got you. I understand.
even get in my house.
Okay.
So-
Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, he's so sweet. Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
Do you have an ID on you, sir?
why do you need my ID?
That's not the right response. Why do you need my ID? With the purchase of your trifold, or you can buy it yourself for $10. But if you buy one of these right here, the $20 version of my trifold, I give you a set of these cop cards. Look like this. This is the non-driver cop card. It says there, cop demands ID, says he has reasonable articulable suspicion. That's what he's saying he has when he says he's going to trespass you. So right here, instead of saying what this gentleman said right here.
Okay.
So-
Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you have an ID on you, sir?
Why do you need my ID?
Why do you need my ID? That's where he made his mistake. You don't say, why do you need my ID? What you say is, 1 second, officer, and you pull this card out of your pocket and you say, I have a Fifth Amendment cop card. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Number 4 on the Fifth Amendment cop card says, if you demand my ID, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. Hibble versus Nevada, with reasonable articulable suspicion, citizen must state how they ID. Do not give ID without probable cause. Here's the law, officer. And then, of course, that's always backed up by your camera phone. He, instead of saying, why do you need my ID? You say, 1 second, let me get my card out of my wallet, because you have to reach in your back pocket. You don't want that pig shooting you. And so then you reach in the back of your wallet, you pull out your Fifth Amendment cop card. You only have this Fifth Amendment cop card in your wallet. You only pull the yellow and black card out of your wallet when there's a jackboot thug pig standing there trying to violate your rights. Put it in the comment section, Jbtp. You say what's in the yellow. Cop demands ID, says he has RAS. While filming, you see it right here? While filming, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. No IDs required. You just read it nice and slow. Nice and slow. And as you're reading it, the only thing that you want to tell the cop is that this goes around your qualified immunity, because I'm showing you the law, I'm showing the camera, and this is what the judge is going to see when we go to federal court, because I'll sue you for violating my Fourth Amendment right. This is how it works. It doesn't work when you say, why do you want to see my ID? You're going to get a jackboot thug pig ego going on you, and then he's going to get a dirty sloth and trough and plugh all over you. And you don't want that. You don't want that. You only have the card in your wallet for this exact moment right here. And I want you to get away from that pig. But see, he doesn't say that.
Because in case this, you'll go to rail.
Okay. Okay.
Look at the physical attack. There's the attack.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay. Okay.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. You got some cards to put on here?
429. We have one resisting.
Look at the beta males. 429, we have one resisting. You're trying to put him in torture cuffs and strap his arms behind his back so he's completely helpless. Any rational person would not willingly let you do that to them, because then you have to trust that person to wipe your nose, to give you water. If you got to go pee, you have to trust that person not to put the torture cuffs on so hard that your hands fall off.
No, I'm not resisting, buddy. You just broke my wrist.
He said, you just broke my wrist.
Code 4-1 to tank. Why'd you have to do all that, man?
I didn't do anything, brother.
Hey.
Why'd you have to do all that as he attacked him? And he says again, you just broke my wrist.
Broke my whole fucking. You got a flashlight or something right here. Okay. Just located my elbow.
Elbow dislocated?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm calling an ambulance.
He doesn't care about you.
The camera's on the ground, sir. That's it.
Stand right here.
No, put everything on
Hey, stop. Everything's on camera.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. Everything's on camera. We're not going to get the camera. You're going to edit it. You're going to cut out film. Put a 1 in the chat. If that pig will hide the body camera, if that pig will edit the body camera, drop the sound out, maybe a chunk will be missing. Put a 1 in the chat if that pig will cheat him, or cheat us, the money we pay for the body cam footage. He's a jackboot thug pig. Oh, everything's on camera. Everything's on camera, so you can edit it. I edit videos. We edit videos. Everybody knows how to edit videos. Total garbage. Total absolute garbage.
We're going to be on 3. Get their information. That's my knife. I got another knife on the other side. Right here. I mean, I'm not resisting, sir.
You were. We asked you to step out several times, and then you tensed up.
You tensed up when 2 full-grown men grabbed you. Of course you're going to tense up. That's just so stupid.
Ask somebody to get out of a car?
Yes, sir. We were trying to ID you.
You don't have to get him out of the car to ID him. He should have used the cop card.
Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't doing anything.
You're involved in the disturbance.
No, I wasn't.
He's not involved in the disturbance. He's just making stuff up. These pigs, I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you are just sick and tired of these jackboot thug pigs. We're sick and tired of you pigs. We're sick and tired of you pigs. Why do you think this channel is so popular? How come you think so many people come here? Why do you think? Because I say exactly what half of America feels. You guys are scum. You're the darkness. You're the terror. You're the tyranny. You are the antithesis of freedom. You're the enemy of liberty. You're the enemy of transparency. You are a violent jackboot thug pig. You have agreed to do policies, procedures, and protocols that are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. You are the darkness, you pig. You disgusting maggot. Why do you think so many people agree? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. If you vehemently agree with me, put more than 1 in the chat. 1. Let's see how many people completely and utterly agree with every word that I'm saying. You are the problem with our country. You're what makes America suck. Because without you, we don't have some tyrant enforcing elitist garbage like mandates 2020. Who was it that arrested all those people in New York? Who was it that arrested people in California? They tried to arrest people who ran on the beach alone, because you couldn't be on the beach running alone on the beach. You might get someone that I have to be careful what I say, because the YouTube China censors, they don't want you to talk about the Chinese virus. They don't want you to talk about that. It was created in Wuhan. They don't want you to talk about that. They don't want you to talk about that. You're not allowed to talk about that. If you talk about that, well, they have a narrative they're pushing, and you will agree with the narrative. And if you don't agree with the narrative, you won't have a YouTube channel anymore. You'd better agree with the narrative. You better say what we tell you to say. You say what we tell you to say. He, him, she, her. What is that? That's the beginning of controlling your speech. I have I have pronouns on my Instagram. I'm probably going to remove them. And I'll tell you why I'm going to remove them, because I don't want to be told what words I have to use. And this is the beginning. These guys right here are the problem. They're the darkness. They're the fear. They're the evil. They really are. They truly are. I'm sick of them.
Anything gonna poke cigarettes at me?
No, sir.
Walk over here.
Yes, sir. This arm, you heard the ligaments or something fucking pop. But yeah, on my left arm it hurts.
Okay.
Really bad.
Okay. Stand right here for me, okay?
Okay.
And listen to how, like, we hire like the dumpiest, most out of shape pigs because they're the only ones who will do it. The people who can't get a job doing anything else. They can't get a good job because they don't have any skills. You can hear him because he's so fat and out of shape. Nobody who runs any company that's worth their salt would hire him. And so he went to the lowest common denominator. If I just have to follow orders and hurt people, I'm willing to do that. Give me 10 grand a month. And that's most pigs in America. That's most pigs in America. That's what you're talking about.
You didn't have to do all that, buddy.
I didn't do anything.
We were trying.
You didn't have to do all that. You did it. He didn't do anything but tell you he didn't have to give you ID. And he didn't.
Didn't have to do all that, buddy.
I didn't do anything.
All we were trying to do is ID.
You don't have a right to take his ID.
And you
That's my car. That's my car right there.
What's your name?
Edward Gonzalez.
Why couldn't you just tell us from the get-go?
Dude, I mean, why?
Before you called a charge for resisting.
Always resisting what?
Resisting.
Arrest. How was I resisting arrest?
When you were tensing up and everything out
I
there?
wasn't tensing nothing.
You were.
You got everything on camera?
I did.
You grabbed him. You grabbed him like a gorilla and started manhandling him. You're just supposed to just get the out of here. No pig is going to grab me. No pig is going to grab me and have me just go, okay, sure thing. You guys saw me get arrested in Vegas. That pig was trying to manhandle me. He's a beta male chump, spends no time on the mat, no time training. I could have dumped him right on his head. He put his hands up high over my shoulders on a wrestler. You dumb shit pig. I could have dumped that guy right on the back of his skull. But I'm a non-violent person. I will not go to violence. I'm tired of these pigs, though. I'm sick of these pigs. You went to violence and now you're blaming him. You didn't have to do all that. You attacked him. What's the timestamp on this right now? We're at 9 minutes and 19 seconds. Let's see. You didn't have to do all that, huh? You didn't have to do all that. Let's see what happened really, though.
Don't resist. Don't resist. You'll go to rail.
Okay.
They're attacking him. They're attacking him.
Yeah.
Look, he's got his hand on the back of his neck, pulling him straight down. If he doesn't use some muscles, he's going to collapse to the ground.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Put your hands behind your back.
Now they're attacking him. You hear that? Pop. There's a pop.
Put your hands behind your back.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Ooh. Watch his elbow. Ready? Watch the elbow.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. You got some charges put on me? Okay. Please look at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Edward Gonzalez. L. Lee.
Your last name's Gonzalez? G-O.
Lincoln.
What's your date of birth?
1401, 6042. That's my license number.
No, your date of birth.
61670.
6/16 of 70.
1401, 6042. That's my license number.
Go ahead and call EMS. He said his shoulder dislocated, I guess.
No, it ain't my shoulder, it's my arm.
Your arm dislocated?
Yeah, you did it. I just showed it in slow motion. You did it.
429. Can you have EMS en route to our location? Possible dislocated shoulder.
You dumb shit pig. He just told you 3 times it was his elbow, you idiot. I mean, you listen to this. What a moron pig.
Dislocated? Said his shoulder dislocated, I guess.
No, it ain't my shoulder, it's my arm.
No, it's not my shoulder.
Your
It's
arm
my arm.
dislocated.
And then he says, your arm dislocated?
429. Can you have him messing around to our location? Possible dislocated shoulder.
That's not... Not only do they hire the fattest, out of shape pigs possible, they hire the dumbest pigs possible. He told him 3 times in a row just now, you hurt my elbow. You hurt my arm. And he calls in EMS and says possible dislocated shoulder. He just corrected you thrice and you effed it up. We hire the dumbest, stupidest pigs in America. That's what we do here.
First name.
Copy last name, date of birth. White Mount.
Go ahead.
Last name
JP.
Gonzalez. First name Edward. Date of birth 6/16 of 70. 6/16 of 70. Do you have a driver's license out of Texas?
6/16 of 70.
License in the truck. Car.
10
I wasn't driving,
6/16 of 70.
So you don't need my license.
No, we had to ID you.
No, you don't need the ID.
Yes, sir, we did. They wanted criminal trespass you from the property.
Well, okay.
So we didn't ID you. And when you refused,
No, you didn't tell me they wanted to criminal trespass.
I told you
no,
that.
No, sir, you did not.
okay, it's all on
It's
audio and video.
camera. It's all on camera. You did not say, hey, they want a criminal trespass. I need ID. You said, let me see your ID,
I did.
period. That's what you said. And you come jerk me out. Come jerk me out of the car.
You shouldn't have resisted, sir.
Resisted?
Yes, sir.
How can I resist arrest when I wasn't out of the car? How can you arrest somebody that's not out of the car? That's what I want you to understand.
Okay,
Do
Mr.
you know the law, boy?
I do.
Apparently not.
I do.
Okay. I mean, it's just, I was in my car. I was talking to you with politeness.
No,
Okay.
sir.
You demanded ID.
I mean, whatever. Take me to jail. That's all you got to do. Hey,
Refused to ID, and then
take me to the hospital.
refused to get out of the car. Refused to unlock the door. Unlocked the door from the driver's side and pulled him out. Refused to put his hands behind his back. Took me and Grantham to both get us behind his back. But he's saying he's saying the shoulder possibly to get dislocated.
Sir, you recognize me? You've been there on the force for years.
So James Forbes just said that he respects women, but they shouldn't be pigtails. Sorry, James, you're misogynist. You hate all women. You probably hate your mother, your wife, your children. You probably hate all women. If you know for a fact that women should not be physically in charge of men, then you are a misogynist. You are a misogynist and you hate all women. That's what it is. James Forbes said he respects women, but they shouldn't be pigtails. Sorry, dude. Sorry, James. You're branded now. You're a misogynist. You're bad, James. You're saying women are not equal to men? How could you say women are not equal to men? You know how many women Navy SEALs there are? 0. They can't pass the test. But we should have women pigs. That's the best idea. That's the best idea ever. That's what we should do. Because I know that every time I get into a relationship and I have a girlfriend, if we go out and something goes down, I look to her to protect me because she can take on the men who want to fight me. I always have my girlfriend do all my fights for me. She's tougher than me. Women are tougher than men. Why are you such a bigot, James? Why are you such a misogynist? You're a racist, James. You're a racist for saying that women can't do the job of men.
I recognize you. Okay. My name's Edward Gonzalez.
You're a racist.
I do no harm. A friend of mine got hurt. I brought him up here. He was bleeding out. I got pictures on my phone.
Still going on, Brian.
I'm like, please do something with this man. He's bleeding out. He's been bleeding for 40 minutes. And I come here and like, hey, we need insurance, we need this, we need that. I'm like, just take him in. We'll fill everything out. And I'm like, well, just gotta wait. You gotta wait till we do all the paperwork. I'm like, my wife will do the paperwork. Just get him in there. His ankle was like really, really bad. So all of a sudden, they come through with a wheelchair, and they seen a half a pint of blood on the floor. They're like, oh my God, I'm telling you, he's bleeding out. Please do something. And I'm like, well, we got to have our paperwork first. And then the next person that comes in had a gash in her head, a woman, redhead, she's probably still in there. And she's like, yeah, I passed out, I crashed my head, and I'm in here. So they're like, okay, yeah, we know who you are. Come on in here. We'll get you fixed up. But yet I'm sitting there saying that my guy's bleeding on the floor. I got pictures.
444.
It's not like I'm calling. I calmed down after I got. He went back. I calmed. I sat on the chair. I was done. I was calmed down. He was back there. I called him. I went and got his phone. Gave him his phone. Called him. He's okay. This and that. All of a sudden, they come in and told her, "Hey, we need his keys to his truck." Because she had his keys. I didn't have his keys. She had his keys. So that woman behind the desk come over and asked for the keys for the truck. Not Mr. Tom Royston didn't ask for the keys. She asked for the keys. Do we got this on camera? So my wife gave her the keys to his truck, so we couldn't go nowhere. We're stuck. We can't go. We can't leave. Can't do nothing.
Did they mute it?
So we had to get somebody to bring us home. The person that Donald that was in the hospital here getting treated gave us a ride to get her car. So we come back get her purse so we can get in our house. I mean, but Mr. Tom was walked out with his sister. I mean, his daughter, stepdaughter.
He did have pictures of a bunch of license plates.
So I mean, it is what it is. Take me to jail. Take me to wherever you need to take me. I'm ready.
Okay. We're gonna wait on an ambulance. Check on him.
Yeah, you twist my arm pretty good. And I was just sitting in my car. I wasn't resisting anything.
So there's something really important here that I don't want you guys to miss, and I want you to understand the decades of study that I put into the criminal injustice industry. So let me ask you a question. Why does he need to go to jail? Can anybody answer me that? Why do you think he's saying take me to jail, but why does he need to go to jail? Why does he need to go to jail? How come that is? Does anybody know the answer as to the reason why he has to go to jail? Chevy, what's going on, Playboy? Chevy's in the chat. What's going on, Chevy dog? What is going on? What's the matter? You is here. Joy got the answer first. Way to answer the question, Joy. The reason he has to go to jail is because our country has created a prison industrial complex starting in 1920 with Prohibition, when we had 40,000 people in prison. By the time alcohol was finally decriminalized in 1933, the Fourth Amendment was completely wiped away with Carroll versus United States Automobiles exclusionary rule. That's why they could search you on the side of the road. They say the circumstances are exigent. There's going to be a loss of life. They're in hot pursuit. Or you have contraband. Those are the three reasons they can search your car on the side of the road. That's the 1925 case of Carroll, based on what? Prohibition. But the law is still on the policy is still on the books today that they can search your car. And then they created a prison industrial complex going from 40,000 people in prison in 1920 to over 200,000 people in 1933. That creates an entire industry. So the reason why you have to go to jail is because you have a bunch of beta males who can't do anything else besides work in a prison, and they have to feed the beast. They need your body to go through it. Every person that touches you is making money. The judge is making money. The lawyers are making money. The prison injustice industry is why you have to go to the dungeon. Remember, Donald Trump got arrested and got charged, and they said, does he have to go to jail or not? Does he have to go to jail? Do you guys remember this? Who remembers that? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember when the question was, are they going to put torture cuffs on Trump? You remember this? And then he had to get charged. But what did he have to do? He had to go down to the jail and go through the booking. And you remember the mugshot? That badass mugshot that Trump had that I was like, you guys just solidified the presidency for this guy by making him look like a victim. And then his mugshot is money. It was money. I'm not going to deny it. I hate Trump, but it's true. The mugshot was money. Got that, right? Okay. Why did Trump have to go to the jail? We all got to go to the jail But in today's world, couldn't they just take a picture of you, click, click, and then couldn't they take your fingerprints right there? Couldn't they take your fingerprints right on your phone? Isn't there apps where you could just take people's fingerprints just like this right on the phone? Couldn't they do it just like this on the phone? They sure could, couldn't they? Yes, they could. Well, then why do you have to go to jail? With facial recognition systems and fingerprinting right on the side of the road, then why do you got to go to the jail? You got to feed the beast. There's thousands and thousands of losers who get paid to guard human skin as they walk around. They're They're dumb as a box of rocks. Can't get a job doing anything else. If you're a prison guard, I'm sorry to hear it. Sorry you didn't look outside of yourself and figure, man, I could probably do something else in my life besides add to the criminal injustice industry. He has to go to jail only for one reason. Money. Joy. For money. So that you can have more money go into Civic Core. Civic Core is a blue chip stock that Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump and Joe Biden all own that stock. Did you know that? You guys ever heard of Civic Core before? Civic Core is the blue chip stock that Ronald Reagan created in 1982 when he created the for-profit prison system. And all of his buddies invested in this new thing called the for-profit prison system. Still alive today. There's still private jails and private prisons all over our country today. That means they got to take him to the dungeon so that the person who owns that facility can make some money. Kevin Waldo, the judge up in Ironton, Ohio, the one who tried to revoke my bond for peacefully protesting. Are you involved in ownership in the rehabilitation clinics there? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Kevin Waldo. Are the prosecutors involved in ownership of those rehab facilities? Yes, they are. Are the county commissioners involved in the rehab facilities up in Ironton and Lawrence County area? Yes, they are. And what's the new thing now up there that they'll get federal money for all the chemical problems that they have, and they'll lock people up in rehabs, but they're not going to jail. They're just going to a rehabilitation clinic. As the judges and the prosecutors and the county commissioners build more, get arrested for shoplifting, rehab. Get arrested for smacking your wife, rehab. Get a parking ticket and get arrested, rehab. Why is that? Because Waldo's making money. Kevin Waldo, you're a piece of shit, dude. You're a piece of shit. And there's going to be a day, Waldo, I'm going to get the right documents and I'm going to expose you, bro. And maybe, just maybe, someone will hold you accountable for the shit you've done, you piece of shit. Really. If you guys are not following American Patriot, if you're not keeping up with my series, American Patriot, it gets better. It gets better and it gets better and it gets better. You got to understand. It's a scam. It's a scam to steal your money. That's what it's a scam to do.
You can't demand somebody to get out of the car unless somebody has.
We can.
Okay. We'll see you in court, bro. No hard feelings. No. My name's Eddie.
No, Eddie, hard feelings for sure.
We'll see you in court, bro. No hard feelings. No. My name's Eddie.
Did he say no heart or no hard feelings?
No hard feelings. No. My name's Eddie. Is he okay? Betty, okay, bro? Just go home. I'll see you when I get out.
Go ahead.
Keys to the house and on my keychain.
Hey, there's two knives right there. There's two knives right there on the hood of the car.
There's two knives. There's two knives. He's scared. Copper's scared.
429. Copy another Texas ID.
Go ahead.
Texas 1754-2597. Repeating 1754-2597.
Proceed.
Let me get your charger.
I already have a second key.
Yeah, we can talk to her. Get us her ID and everything. Can you give us your ID? He said, no, I ain't doing it. So you got to. And He refused, and then I said, "Hey, then we're gonna ask you to step out." He goes, "I'm not getting out." Grantham checked the doors locked, so I just right there talked to the driver. She can completely block it. If I'm not done, he still refused to get out. So when we pulled him out, he immediately tensed up, grabbed him, refused to put his hands behind him. Tried to get his hands behind him. Had 2 knives on him.
Yeah, that's going up here.
But he said his shoulder or something disordered.
It's not.
Huh?
If it was,
Is that
it
low?
would hurt. I
So,
separated mine,
yeah.
and it hurt.
Why pull him out of the car?
He refused to ID himself.
Okay.
And I asked him to step out. So I said, if you don't ID yourself, we're going to ask you to step out of the car.
Okay.
And then he refused to step out.
So you pulled him out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He didn't. Go ahead. Yeah. We did try to ask him several times before, but
No, what crime did he commit?
well, we were trying to ID him for possible, see if they wanted to criminal trespass, their disturbance.
What crime did he commit?
Well, we were investigating that at the time. Disturbance.
I haven't seen this whole thing yet.
Criminal trespass, their disturbance.
What crime?
Well, we did try to ask him several times before, but
No, what crime did he commit?
What crime did he commit?
well, we were trying to ID him for possible, see if they wanted to criminal trespass, their disturbance.
What crime did he commit?
The man's arm is broken. His wrist is damaged. He's in torture cuffs. He's been emasculated in front of his woman, where he has to just let the cops do whatever he wants to them, even though he may be able to fight that fat pig. And now here's a man who joined the pig force, who has some sort of common sense on the scene here. And he's asking, well, what crime did he commit? What crime did he do? Mind-boggling to me.
Well, we were investigating that at the time. Disturbance. Reference. Yeah.
Okay.
Dispatch advised that he was threatening them.
I heard he was
Rats.
threatening people. Is he intoxicated?
Yes, sir. I can smell a strong smell of alcohol coming from him. I can smell alcohol coming from him. I haven't been able to give him sobriety test or anything like that, but
I don't know if that's true. He can just make it up.
Was he driving?
no, sir. Passenger.
He was a passenger.
And driver, he was very cooperative. Gave us her ID and everything like that. He just refused to identify himself, give his name or anything.
He doesn't have to. He's sitting in the passenger seat of the car. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I created this. This is why I did this. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a Fifth Amendment cop card. I sell them for $10. Your $10 ain't going to make or break me, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you if you actually buy it. I give it away mostly. But it says number 4 on there, no ID required without reasonable articulable suspicion. And the law is in the blue, Hibble versus Nevada. That's why I made it. Look how many people have one. How many people have 2? I often send 2 or 3 or 4 in your package so that you'll give them to other people. So I don't have to cover the video of them saying, well, I'm not going to give you my ID. No, they want a card. I made a card that's the same size as your license, same feel, same texture, indestructible. You have to cut it or burn it to ruin it. So when the cop says, give me some ID, I have reasonable articulable suspicion of you trespassing. Great. But that does not mean I got to give ID. No ID without probable cause. Right there, Hibble versus Nevada. Citizen must state how they ID. Do not give ID without probable cause. While filming, you say, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. No IDs required. That pig needs a card in his hand. Give it to him. Give him this card. Stick it right in his piggy little hand. Try to stick it in his hoof. Wedge it between his little piggy fingers. Give him a card just like that. It says the Fifth Amendment cop card right on the top, non-driver. He was not driving. Cop demands your ID. It says so right there. Cop demands ID. Says he has reasonable articulable suspicion of you trespassing. He has to warn you before he can give you a ticket or arrest you. That's the law. But he needs a card in his hand. He needs it, and he needs a card. I need a card in my hand. Give me a card. Somebody give me a card. I need a card. I need a card. I need a card in my hand. Chevy, tell them. Chevy, tell them. Avery, tell them. You use the card. You use your camera. That's how it works. I don't want to see this happen to you when I know the processes that they're doing. You've heard me talk about them. It's not my first season, unfortunately. I've been down the road. I've been in those damn torture cuffs more times than I can count. I've been in torture cuffs so bad my hands are turning black and blue. I've been hurt so badly by pigs where they punch me in the face while another pig's on top of me and I'm going, I'm not resistant, boom. I'm not resistant, boom. Cops hit me in the face. I've done nothing wrong. I called them for help. I'm just telling you, I know what I'm talking about.
So what are we charging him with? Resisting, Grantham said. Huh? Resisting. And then I mentioned possible felon ID, but
now this cop here doesn't agree, but they're in a gang. Remember that. They're in a gang. And you're talking to other gang members who also have other leaders and subordinates in the gang. They may not be corporal, lieutenant, captain. Doesn't matter in a gang. Lil Ray, who's a private, can kill you. And he knows that. This pig right here, the one doing the violating of rights, he's in a gang and he may have somebody that outranks this guy who could get him in trouble, or someone who's lower ranked than him that will kill him. And he knows that. He knows what's happening is wrong. He's watching it happen. The so-called decent police can't do anything because the wicked police will deal with them in a wicked way.
To investigating threats.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't ID.
Yes, sir.
You know it's wrong. You know it's wrong.
Asked him to step out after he refused. And then when we opened the door, we asked him to get out again. He refused. And when we grabbed him, he immediately tensed up, refused to put his hands behind his back.
When you grabbed a man, he tensed up. Boy, there's a frickin' shocker. When you grabbed a full-grown man, he tensed up. There's a motherfucking shocker. There's a shocker. Shocker that you grabbed me and I tensed up. Boy, that's amazing. That's so out of human consciousness that you would grab a man and he would tense up. I grabbed him and he tensed up. That's not natural. Put a 1 in the chat if that's natural. If you grab me, I tense up. If you grab me and you don't got that badge and gun on, I throw you on the ground. It takes me about 10 seconds for people who aren't trained, sometimes less. Less. It takes between like 3 to 8 seconds. If you grab a hold of me with my 30 years of grappling, if you grab a hold of me, you go on the ground real quick because you don't know what to do. I push, pull, snap, and you're done. And you grabbed a full-grown man here who's a veteran, and you tensed up. There's a frickin' shocker. I'm just so blown away that he actually... Why did he tense up? You grabbed him. Just chaps my backside. Now I'll shut up and watch this cop here who seems like he's trying to do the decent thing, but I'm going to zoom in on his face and watch.
To investigating threats.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't ID.
Yes, sir. Asked him to step out after he refused. And then when we opened the door, we asked him to get out again. He refused. And when we grabbed him, he immediately tensed up, refused to put his hands behind his back. No, the only two weapons he had was 2 knives in his pocket.
Okay, so you're called to investigate threats to the staff.
Yes, sir.
They want to issue a trespass warning, and in the course of that investigation, you need to identify him.
Correct.
He would identify, so you asked him to step out. He wouldn't get out support.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're going to need some statements from the people inside about him, what threats he made to them.
Yes, sir. Also,
He failed. He You're no man of character, bro. You're no man of character. You're no man of justice. You're just like the rest, bro. Think hard, think hard, think hard, and then realize you don't want to cross the thin blue line because you're talking to another gang member. You're no man of justice, bro. You're as bad as the rest. You really are. He said, okay, go ahead.
yes, sir.
And now he's got to justify it. So this is the higher ranking pig on the scene. How's he going to justify it?
Okay. We're going to need some statements from the people inside about
Okay, just get some statements from the people inside saying that he threatened them. Get some statements from the people inside saying he threatened them. Hey, the guy threatened you, didn't he? He did threaten you, didn't he? You told me he threatened you, right? Right?
what threats he made to them.
Yes, sir. I'll start working on it. Kevin wants me to get statements from the people inside.
Okay.
And that's our ID.
Finding a reason to arrest people. Finding a reason to arrest people. I see why the juice is loose continued to hit me up and say, please show my arrest video. I've liked it. I've dropped a couple comments on this thing. Go through and read some of these comments. They're pretty maniacal.
I'm going to get statements. Sorry.
Let's see what this is like.
His, I think.
Thanks, Juice is loose. Sorry I didn't cover this sooner. I get a lot of people sending me videos, and some of them are not.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing?
Doing good, sir. We'll talk.
Oh, now I have 2 of Orange's finest standing in front of me. Oh my God, what did I do to warrant this attention?
We'll talk.
Oh, now I have 2 of Orange's finest standing in front of me. Oh my God, what did I do to warrant this attention?
She got that cop stick all the way down her throat. She got that cop stick all the way, just squirting the cop stick all over her face. She got that cop stick all the way up her backside. She got that cop stick, and she got the cop stick. And she's like, oh, what do I do? How do I get 2 of these cop sticks in my face? I love this. This is the best ever. And what did I do to warrant 2 of the finest? Looked like one was a great big fat pig who can't control himself, and the other's a great big fat pig who can't control himself. And they became pigs because they couldn't get another job doing anything else, making any money besides doing hard labor. And they don't want to do that. So all they have to do is cheat people, lock them up, throw them in the dungeon. And that's all they got to do. Let's listen to it again. Let's listen to it again just so we have something to reference later when we're puking in the toilet.
gonna talk.
Oh no, I had two of Orange's finest standing in front of me. Oh my God, what did I do to warrant this attention?
You want me? I'm gonna go talk to her up there. I'm assuming that's who they were made towards. Yes, sir.
Yeah, when we get back there.
Oh, ma'am. Hey, were you one of the ones he threatened?
Well, no, I wasn't one of the ones he threatened.
Is one of the ladies here?
She's in the back. She's in the back, and I'll go get the other one.
Yeah. We have to take a
We
statement.
were just yelling,
We're waiting on an ambulance. We're waiting on an ambulance.
yelling and screaming on everybody.
Yeah.
You waiting on a what?
Waiting on an ambulance. May have got his shoulder dislocated or something.
You dumbass pig. You dumb, stupid pig. For the 14th frickin' time, you dislocated his elbow and maybe broke his wrist. It had nothing to do with his shoulder, you stupid, dumb pig. He said it several times. He corrected you when you were wrong. You're still saying the same stupid shit. How stupid is this pig? Jiminy crickets.
This is Larissa right here.
Okay.
And let me go grab the other one.
Yeah.
They walked outside.
Threatened her with what? What'd he threaten her with? How was she threatened?
Yeah.
We're
Poked his head in the door and said, "You lied, I'm gonna get you."
okay.
You lied, I'm gonna get you. Yeah. Yeah. I say it all the time. Hey, you pigs, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna get you, pig. That's not a threat. It means I'm gonna prove you lied. Has nothing to do with I'm gonna get you. From scrapping yesterday, I still got a fat lip.
Well, we're arresting him. Well, he possibly dislocated his shoulder. He resisted arrest or resisted detention, refused ID. Possibly dislocated his shoulder too. So we're waiting on an ambulance right now. So, but we need to get a statement for you, and if you can, put in there just what happened and use exact words like quotes and everything, and we need to put in there how you felt, like if you felt threatened, if you felt like he was going to harm you or anything like that. Okay.
I just feel like he needed truth.
Yes, ma'am.
I just feel like he needed to go. What is that? The 5th floor over at Southeast Texas Medical.
But we need to put.
So she didn't feel like she was threatened, like he was going to harm her. She thought he was just crazy and needed to be up on the 5th ward.
You need to put in there for us, okay?
Okay.
Just fill this out for me.
You need to put that in there for us.
But we need to put.
But he says, but.
What is that? The 5th floor over at Southeast Texas Medical.
But we need to put
Fifth floor over at the Southeast Medical Center, and then he says, but.
You need to go. What is that? The 5th floor over at Southeast Texas Medical.
But we need to put. We need to put in there for us, okay?
Okay.
You need to put it in there for us, okay?
Just fill this out for me.
So you mean from
Right.
when he did that this last
Yes,
time when he showed back up?
Yes, ma'am. The reason y'all called us out.
Okay.
And if you felt that he was going to hurt you or anything like that.
Oh, he's coaching her. He's coaching her. He's coaching her what to write.
And if you felt that he was going to hurt you or anything like that. Or if
He's adding it.
he wasn't, just put that in there.
Just put that in there. They're playing with this man's life. They're playing with his life. And this chick is participating. What a bitch. You're a horrible woman. If you write down on that sheet that you thought he was going to hurt you, you are a piece of shit. You just said a second ago you thought he should be in an insane asylum. You were not afraid for your life, and then you laughed. If this bitch writes down that oh gosh, I forgot what I'm doing over here. This solidifies that I hate women. I called her a bitch. That solidifies it right there. The fact that I don't want women going to wars and I don't think women should be in charge of men, and I called this lying bitch a bitch, man, that means I hate women. Remember, anything you say when you run for governor, they loop it. And they go, here's where he called this woman a bitch. She is a bitch. If she's writing down right here that she was afraid for her life as the cop coached her, but you need to write down for us right here, you know, what, you know, if you're afraid for your life or anything, if you thought he was going to attack you or anything, then she's a bitch. That doesn't mean I hate women. Not at all. Not even kind of, sort of. Just what's she writing? What is she writing? She's going to turn him and say, here you go. Here you go.
No, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Probably a whole lot easier. I brought in several.
He was cursing and saying, I'm going to get you and all that. So he was cursing and
Yes, sir. I brought in several.
He was cursing and saying, I'm going to get you and all that.
So how does I'm going to get you? How does that translate to threats?
That his behavior took them away from the patients and caused her to fear for herself. I think that
Yes, sir.
Please go back there. I didn't fear for herself. I think that
Yes, sir.
Terroristic threats? Huh. What a freaking scam. Terroristic threats for saying, I'm going to get you for lying. I'm going to get you for being a pig. I'm going to get you as terroristic threats. Then I should be in jail 100 times over. I've told lots of cops, hey, Kevin Waldo in Ironton, I'm going to get you. I'm going to catch you. I'm going to get the paperwork that shows that you're a criminal, Kevin Waldo in Ironton, Ohio. I'm going to get you, McKnight. I haven't got the smoking gun yet for you, but I did for both Spuljarek brothers. Both of them are gone, McKnight. I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you, McKnight, Evan McKnight in Ironton, Ohio. I'm going to get you. That's not a physical threat. It's not a violent threat. I'm going to get you. Has nothing to do with violence. Has nothing to do with wanting to get my gun and go have a gunfight. I don't. I want to get McKnight arrested and put in the dungeon because you're a criminal, McKnight. You're a piece of shit, dude. I already got Spuljarek. I got the other Spuljarek. I got Hanshaw. I got Pam Wagner. You're next, McKnight. I'm going to get you, bro. That girl who told me that you've been plugging her, the high school girl, McKnight, I'm going to get her to testify in court against you. I'm going to get you, bro. Has nothing to do with violence. Wherever I go, cops get fired. Hey, Michigan, I'll see you soon. I'll see you in Michigan. And I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. I am going to get you, pigs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And now he's participating.
Took their attention away from the patients and people in front of treat.
Yes, sir.
And now he's adding to it. Took their attention away from patients. It sounds like he's that needs to be the patient. Like he's going through some stuff. And there goes that pig waddling down the hall. He can't get a job doing anything else. He has to do that job. He just gave up. He gave up on life.
Okay.
I'm an AA.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, I'm the front desk.
Okay.
Was he trying to get her?
Are you a nurse here, ma'am?
I'm an AA.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, I'm the front desk.
Okay. She's running on it right now.
You need
Yes, ma'am. I got one right here. She's running on it right now. My captain was telling me, he said, due to his actions and everything, it calls y'all's attention to be taken away from other patients.
Now he's going to coach her what to write.
He was telling me, he said, due to his actions and everything, it calls y'all's attention to be taken away from other patients and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I'm trying to, we getting the patient in the
Yes, ma'am.
wheelchair. I mean, this is when the man first appears.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm like, stand back, sir. And he would not release the patient.
Quite a large gathering.
And he's cursing me out. I said, sir, get back. We'll
So,
handle it.
okay.
And he steadily, mouthing off at
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
And I said, sir, back up.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And I took over holding it, and he kept demanding to come back and see the patient. I'm not letting him back here.
Yes, ma'am.
Not when somebody's being verbally abusive to me right off the bat.
Yes,
we hadn't
ma'am.
even exchanged pleasantries.
Yes, ma'am.
But that doesn't mean she's afraid or that he threatened her. That means you're having a disagreement with another person. You shouldn't go to jail for having a disagreement with another person. You shouldn't be charged with terroristic threats for having a disagreement with another person.
Well, just, for charges on him, it's just important that you use like exact words he used, if you can remember. And also
Remember, fuck you.
Yeah, put that in
But that doesn't mean that she's afraid for her life.
there. Feel free to write that word.
Those are not terroristic threats. Fuck you. Is that a terroristic threat? Is that a terroristic threat? Fuck you, lady. Fuck you. Fuck your mother. Fuck your dad. Fuck your kids. Are those terroristic threats? I'm going to get you, lady. I'm going to get you, Waldo. I'm going to get you, McKnight. I'm going to get you, Wagner. I'm going to get you, Fauci. None of those are terroristic threats. Fuck you. That's not a terroristic threat. That's not a felony. What in the world are we talking about here? We don't get along, so you got to go to jail now? Any sort of attitude means you go to jail? The cop's name is actually Fauch, F-O-U-C-H. He's the pig that bullied Sarah Page in Ironton, Ohio. He wrestled in high school. I don't think he wrestled in college or went on to fight MMA for years like I did, but I wanted to knock the shit out of him. But I know now you can't wrestle every pig that you hate, and I hate most pigs. So if I wrestled every pig that I hated, I'd be on the wrestling mat all day, every day, and I'm 49. I got about 30 minutes in me total. So, but the idea of saying fuck you is all of a sudden a terroristic threat. No, it's not. It is not. And then he coaches her and says, yeah, but we need to make sure you say the right thing here.
For charges on him? Yes, ma'am. Well, just, for charges on him, it's just important that you use like exact words he used, if you can remember. And also
Remember, fuck you.
Yeah, put that in there. Feel free to write that word. Also put how you felt, like if you felt like he was going to harm you. Yeah, if you feel that way, put that in your statement. And also if he did direct your care away from other patients and cause a disturbance so much that you couldn't attend to other people, put that in there too as well, because that could result in other charges. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we've got video too. They
Awesome.
can pull the video where he popped back in after they left.
Yes, ma'am.
There was no reason for them to come back
Yes, ma'am.
because another patient gave them a ride home. Why did they feel the need to come back?
I understand.
To tell you to fuck off. That's the point. He came back to tell you to fuck off. That's the reason why he came back. He came back to tell you, fuck you. That's why he came back. You were a bitch to him. He wanted to tell you to fuck off. Shocker. Americans are pretty testy. Do you ever drive down the road and tell the person in front of you, you mother, I will kill your children? Do you ever look at the person in front of you and say, I hope you wreck and die? You don't really hope that. You're just angry because you're driving and the asshole in front of you is making you mad. That's all that's going on here. That's all that's going on. You're not going to kill anybody's kids. You don't want the guy to wreck and die. You're pissed off. How many of you guys have been in a fist fight before, a real fight, and said, I'm going to fucking kill you, man. I will kill you. I'll kill you. I'll cut your legs off. Right? You're mad. Your adrenaline has capped out your brain and all rationale is gone. You don't want to kill anybody. You're not chopping anybody's legs off. You're just talking shit because the guy kicked your ass or you're mad. You're not terroristically threatening anybody. You're just mad. You're just saying shit when you're mad. He went back because you didn't treat him with enough respect and he told you to go fuck yourself. You guys notice I don't usually typically use the F word, but the point is that we are allowed to say, hey, Fuck you. We're allowed to say it. It is not a terroristic threat to say, go fuck yourself. I mean, and look at these hens. Look at these hens. What did they call them? What did they used to call them? They used to call them back in the day they used to call them old. They used to call them what? Popcorn that hadn't been popped yet. What was that? Does anybody remember the saying? I'm a little bit young for the saying. My mom taught it to me when I was young, but it's a popcorn that never got popped. You guys know what I'm talking about? Maybe somebody can help me with this. There's a lot of you guys in here. Maybe you guys can help me with this. But you are not wanting to kill somebody because you tell them to go fuck themselves. You're not. Nobody wants to kill anybody because they tell you to F off. I've told a lot of people to F off. I told someone to F off today. I didn't say it to their face. I was driving my car. I was like, you fucking idiot. Get the fuck off the road. Move your fucking car, bro. I'm driving in LA. Get out of the way, you dumb mother. Right? Now, they didn't see me, but that's what I was saying at my car. That's what I was saying in my car. Crack corn. They're crack corn. They're railroading him.
Damn. Yes, ma'am.
And then she turns around and tells me, this was your fault.
Oh, man.
You left me without a way home. I said, oh, well, but you didn't have to come back.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I don't know why they felt the need for that. Well,
they came back. No, they came back to tell you to go F yourself, lady, because you treated them like shit.
On trespasses, he's had charges. We're going to be pressing on him.
I did put in here about how he was belligerent with y'all the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, he was telling us,
I just need you to sign right here.
y'all need to fucking do something while he won't let go.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. He wouldn't even let me get the gentleman's ID or insurance. Like, he was giving me issues. Like, I have to.
I can understand
this
that.
Is our policy.
Yes, ma'am.
So.
I mean, unless somebody is not breathing,
Yes, ma'am.
no pulse, there is no reason for us not to collect their information.
100%.
Now, he got pictures of all of our license
Yes, ma'am.
plates.
And
that's an issue.
Yes, ma'am.
The cops are running your plates to arrest you, lady. You're not impervious to it.
You need a pen, man? I got one. Yeah. I believe like he was on his phone. I did see pictures of license plates and everything like that. So.
Yeah, he did because when it happened, we had stepped out because the patient and then we're trying to get into their vehicles.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's when she went out there and saying, "Hey, y'all don't need to be here."
Yeah, and I can smell alcohol on him too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I stepped outside just with her being like right out the door, and then about that time, he literally came, scared me from behind. And
Michael Eline is in the room. Everybody, welcome. Ask Michael Eline. Michael Eline, lawyer. Michael Eline, you might want to watch this video. This is in Texas. Michael can practice law in Texas and in California. Michael, this is an absolute railroading. Michael takes cases on contingency, federal civil rights cases and criminal cases. He takes them on contingency. So that means that if you guys get money, then Michael makes money with you. You guys make money together. So Michael, if you should watch this whole video, let me drop the link down in the chat. These cops coach these nurses what to say, completely and utterly railroad them. Michael's got a podcast that he's running called Ask Michael Eline. He's an attorney out of Texas and California. You bet, Michael. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you being here. This is so egregiously bad and so disgusting, and this guy needs help. He definitely needs some representation in Texas. And as you know, Michael Eline, I'm setting up something right now to create a funding apparatus for attorneys. Like right now, I'm in the thick of it right now. You guys don't know, but Michael does because I've been in constant contact with him for the past couple weeks. I am working my ass off right now. I'm working harder than I've worked in a long time because there's so many people that need help right now. And what I've determined is, being a pro se litigant in federal civil rights lawsuits that I've sued these pigs, and in criminal cases where I've defended myself, The courts don't respect you as a pro se litigant. Doesn't matter if you know the law. Doesn't matter if you can write your own motions. Doesn't matter if you can reply to demurs and everything you can do. Doesn't matter. The federal judges are cheating me constantly. That's why I brought a lawyer in Nevada. The criminal judges are cheating me. Kevin Waldo in Ironton, Ohio, tried to revoke my bond and then put me in the Lawrence County dungeon where they would have tried to kill me. Yeah, Kevin Waldo, I think you're a dirty, dirty judge. And I'm going to get you. Has nothing to do with violence, Kevin Waldo. I'm going to get you and I'm going to expose you. And I hope you go to prison, because I know that you're doing a rehab for cash scandal up in Ironton, Ohio. Watch my series, American Patriot. It's all coming out. Kevin Waldo's a dirty judge, in my opinion. I went to investigate him in Ironton, Ohio, and then I was arrested for peacefully protesting. And then he sent the cops to the car auction where I was. And because he had put a bond stipulation, Kevin Waldo did, that I couldn't come within 100 feet of the cops, they sent the cops to the car auction that I was at. I asked the locals, have the police ever been at the car auction before? And they said, never. We've never seen a cop at the car auction. They sent the cops there so that it would violate my bond from being bailed out of jail for peacefully protesting in a public building after 5 p.m., but it wasn't after 5 p.m. So this is one of the most egregious things I've seen coming out of Texas. This is in there in the chat. This is just dog shit. Now I see why the juice is loose. Was like, Chili, please watch my video.
Then he got down, he took a picture of our doctors. He said, I've got pictures of all y'all's plates. And I'm like, yeah, because that's where we all park. So he was back here taking pictures of all of our stuff.
Ooh. I go to police stations all the time, walk into the back parking lot and take videos of all the pigs' cars, including their license plates. That is not a threat. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly public and legal. It might annoy you, but there's nothing threatening about it.
So is there a way, like, we can get that stuff erased from his
No.
phone?
The cops can use plate readers because it's in public and you can film anything you can see from the public eye. So the cops can use it to run your license plate using license plate readers. And then the Supreme Court has said, if you find something on the license plate, like a warrant or a suspended license, then that's reasonable suspicion based on what? Terry versus Ohio. It's a scam. The whole thing's a giant scam.
I'll talk to some supervisors. Well, I'll have to look into that.
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of times when we go into people's property to seize property, we have to get search warrants and things like that.
Okay.
Now with him going to jail, property will be seized and everything like that. So
okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, they're talking about taking his phone.
I physically watched him take a picture of
I believe you 100%. I believe you 100%.
He got Dr. Lake's
right there in
plate.
front of us.
Yes,
He was just like, and I was like,
And he was taking pictures too of all the blood. I said, what is his problem?
Well, now if he comes back onto the property, even the parking lot, he can be arrested instantly for criminal trespass. And also too, if she harasses y'all in any way, it's possibly harassing a witness or to a crime since one has occurred today, and that's a felony.
okay.
My cell phone number's fine.
No, yes, ma'am, 100%.
You want in here?
Yeah, do you want to use it? Do you want to sit down and use the desk, or?
I'll go up front.
Okay.
Do you need some coffee? We can make you some
No,
coffee.
ma'am, I'm good. Thank you very much.
And that poor patient in here, she's been neglected too.
Somebody took our attention away from our patients. That's a crime. No, it's not. That's life, honey.
It's Louisiana.
Hey, ma'am. I can.
Here's the deal. You still in here? Drop a comment so I can give you a shout out here. Here's the deal. Are you still in here?
If I can get you to put your information right up here on front.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I got onto the statement part.
That's not a problem at all.
Thank you for coming out.
No problem at all, ma'am.
I didn't have nothing to offer.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully, problem will be resolved. Y'all won't have to deal with him again.
He's like heading off to jail.
He's possibly going to jail. We have an ambulance coming. When we were trying to detain him and ID him, he refused to cooperate and resisted. And he's complaining now that we dislocated his shoulder or elbow or something. So we're waiting on an ambulance.
No, he said elbow, dumb shit. He said it 3 times. He corrected you when you said shoulder, and you're still saying the same stupid shit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
He had 2 knives on him.
Did he?
Yes.
See?
Yikes. What's yikes? He never threatened you with any knife, you old hen.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
That's right.
So
670-9898.
he'll either be going to jail or he'll be going to the hospital and then to jail. So.
Well, they pulled the, I'm having chest pain every time they put it in the silver bracelet.
Yes, ma'am.
What did she just say? What did she just say?
Silver bracelet. They pulled the, I'm having chest pain every time they put it in the silver bracelet.
Listen here, you witch. They're not silver bracelets, they're torture cuffs. You piece of shit. They're not silver bracelets. They're torture cuffs. Obviously, you've never been in them before. Obviously, you've never been abused by the pigs before. You are the worst of society, lady. I'll come there and I'm going to get you on camera and I'm going to expose you for the dirty jackboot pig sucker that you are. Disgusting, lady. He says he pulls the, I'm having chest pains when you put him in the silver bracelets. Those aren't silver bracelets. It's taken everything in me not to say what I really think about that woman. I already had my F affair here earlier, and I said, F you, F you, F you. How could she even say that? You never been in the silver bracelets, have you, Tootsie Pop? You wouldn't know a damn thing about it. You wouldn't know anything about hard work if it walked up and smacked you in the face. Obviously, you can't even control your fork arm. Look at you. You look like a Stay Puft Marshmallow. You look like Bonnie Blueberry from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. What was her name? The Blueberry Girl? That's what you look like. When did you give up? Didn't you know about intermittent fasting? You never heard of it? I have the fat gene in my family. Most people in my family are fat. I don't love them any less. Do they lack discipline? Yes. You don't have to be that fat. There's a thing called intermittent fasting. You can not eat for 20, 22 hours a day. And you know what they're finding? You live longer and you're healthier. You have no discipline, honey. There's no such thing as silver bracelets, chickie poo. No such thing, Tootsie Pop. Doesn't exist. He kept us from our patients and we had to focus on something different. That's life, chick. You work in a hospital. You work in some sort of medical facility. It just makes me sick. This just makes me sick. Michael Eline, I hope you're able to reach out to this guy. I hope you can help him. This is disgusting. I'm watching this. This is disgusting.
He's talking to us pretty normal. I mean, I've never dislocated anything, but I would imagine it's painful.
Oh, did you hear a pop?
Yes, we all heard the pop.
Not really sure. Those situations get tense and fast-paced and lots of noise.
Tense and fast-paced. You ran up and attacked a dude who was doing nothing but sitting in a car.
There for a minute. Well, and that's our object, is to get him in the handcuffs as quickly as possible for his safety and ours. And that's our object, is to get him in the handcuffs as quickly as possible for his safety and ours. And rightfully so, because he had 2 knives on him. But
this is so, this truly, this is exactly like the book 1984, where nothing makes sense. Our objective, you mean? So your objective is to get him in torture cuffs as quickly as you can, and with good reason, because he had 2 knives on him. He has knives on him for self-protection. Could you imagine that? Man, could you imagine that a veteran who has obviously PTSD would carry a knife in case somebody attacks him? Could you imagine that just for a second? That is just astounding to me that he would carry a knife for self-protection. He's only a veteran of war where he saw people die. But man, it is, he had 2 knives on him. Good thing you got him in torture cuffs because he wasn't threatening anybody. He didn't do anything. He didn't even resist. You jerked him out of his car and treated him like his life doesn't matter. And you wonder why people hate the cops. You wonder why we hate you, dude. You wonder why I openly say that I hate you fucking pigs. You wonder why? Because of this. because of this. I promise on the next one, I'm not going to fucking curse, but on this one, I have let the F-bomb fly. I'm sorry. I don't curse 99% of the time. I typically only curse out cops on the scene, hoping that they'll arrest me so I can get them fired and I can go after them and just relentlessly try to track their job down. But typically I don't curse, but I'm a little, there's no excuse. I need to control my language, but this is bullshit. This is a bullshit railroad job on this guy. They've completely and utterly cheated him in every single way. The nurses cheated him. The hospital cheated him. The pigs cheated him. Then the sergeant who came on the scene who knew it was wrong, he then flipped around and he cheated him too. I feel horrible for this guy. I hope Michael Eline can help him. If Michael Eline can't, I hope Michael can help find an attorney in Texas that will help him, because I know Michael's in between the places he's going right now. So.
Big knives?
No, ma'am, just regular pocket knives. You know, just normal size pocket knives.
Oh, so you brought their dander up and said he had knives on him, but then when you clarified, they're just regular pocket knives like anybody else would have.
Object just to get him in the handcuffs as quickly as possible and that's our object, just to get
It's not an object, it's an objective, you dumb shit.
in the handcuffs as quickly as possible for his safety and
torture
ours.
Cuffs.
And rightfully so, because he had 2 knives on him, but
for torture cuffs are always torture. Put it in the chat. Torture cuffs are always torture. And you're not putting him in handcuffs and torture cuffs for his safety and yours. You're putting him in torture cuffs to torture him. Don't lie, you pig.
Big knives?
No, ma'am, just regular pocket knives. You know, just normal size pocket knives.
Liar.
Oh, there it is. LA Law. Oh, here we go.
You don't have to worry about it. Your name and date of birth, we can get everything else we need.
This is legal in the state of Louisiana.
Yes, ma'am.
Texas needs to get it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because everybody runs off and leaves their wallet. Nobody leaves their phone at home.
Yes, ma'am. Very true.
I'm not going to give you my social.
No, ma'am. Don't worry about that at all.
Yes, ma'am. What friend?
The wife is leaving, no problems.
Oh,
Yeah, she didn't give us any problems.
Is he,
Okay. So
is
we don't have to
he
worry
in
about her
distress?
return.
Can he wait a moment? Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, all right, thanks. Bye-bye. It's been frequent flyer night.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How am I gonna?
Just start off. It's like telling a story. The way sometimes I start off, I'll say my name. I was working on today's date when a white male came in, and you just start telling the story from there.
I used to be pretty good at this.
It's okay. 429. What's the event number?
2211915. 2211915.
10-4.
Yes, ma'am. Talk about the next one.
Okay.
She wants us to do an EKG and run chest. And then we'll call her. Huh? Not at this moment.
Okay. He was just here either today or yesterday, something like that.
Today. We really appreciate y'all responding as fast as y'all do.
No problem. We try to be. Sometimes.
Jbtp. Here's the deal. Here's the deals, everybody. Here's the deals in the room. One of the best reporters and covers the best videos on all of YouTube. Him and Don Andre Investigations. But Brian is a real freedom fighter. He's always researching and doing research. Just he got a T instead of a J. That's all. Just J. Good to see you, Brian. Everybody get over Brian's channel. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Great. One of the best channels on all of YouTube. He's constantly working just like I am. We just do slightly different things. Good to see you, B.
Sometimes it's we're on one side of the city. Sometimes we're right across the street.
Right, because it's a centralized force instead of a decentralized peace officers corps. That would mean that you would be able to get to people faster who actually need help. Okay. So someone was watching Here's the Deal earlier today. Right on.
Well, we're all like checking our apps going, is it a full moon?
That's right.
Thanks, Roger. There you are, Roger. Didn't see that come through. Roger Lane sent out 10 memberships, y'all.
I'm starving.
Yeah, what do you think the guy you're putting in jail's doing? You're putting some guy in jail because your feelings were hurt because someone told you to fuck off, and you're putting some guy in jail. Look at that sow over there filling out the paperwork to lock up the juice is loose.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Roger. Appreciate you, man.
You going to Port Arthur?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh boy. Poor Jason. One of the nurses I know.
OTVO. Put it in the chat. OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the chat. Jessica's a freedom fighter. She threw in a lot of money, y'all. She threw in a lot of money for Hendry. David Hall got your back. Oh, Felicia. I'm with you. I'm absolutely furious. I am
Go ahead,
just.
sir.
Can you unlock your car?
Receive. Try now. Let me know when it does.
Exactly. Which one is his? Hold on a second. Let me recognize this man. So we got a guy in the house right now. If you guys Google the name Alan Beck, Alan is you'll find all kinds of media on this guy. I had lunch with him the other day for 2.5 hours, and we talked about that I'm creating a way to fund lawyers all around the country. And I'm doing that. I'm not going to reveal anything else. I'm just going to tell you it's very real. Very real. Where we are creating a way to fund lawyers all over this country who fight for your First Amendment, your Second Amendment, your Fourth Amendment, your Fifth Amendment. We are right now, and let me give Michael Eline credit because he set me up. He set me up to knock it down. He walked me into a situation where I'm extraordinarily good at social media and branding. I'm really good at it. I've been doing it for a long time. And so we, with the help of Michael Eline, Alan Beck is one of these guys that we're going to bring in, and he's going to be one of the guys that we work with because he's got several Second Amendment and but I don't know which his username is in here, or I would put him up here. And he doesn't have a public YouTube page yet. I'm going to bring him on and do an interview with him so you guys can meet attorney Alan Beck out of California. But Alan Beck is a real freedom fighter, Remember, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard that you can sue Facebook if a police page deletes your comment. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever heard of that. Anybody ever heard of that before? That you can sue Facebook if they delete a comment from. So if a pig page puts out a blurb and then you put a comment there that says, "You jackboot thug pigs are disgusting, nasty," and then they delete your comment, you can sue Facebook. Anybody ever heard of that before? You ever heard of that before? Well, just so you know, that came from Mr. Alan Beck, who's somewhere in the chat. Oh, there he is right there. There he is. So that came from Alan Beck. Alan Beck the Honolulu Police Department in 2014 in a case called, I won't have the case law off the top of my head, but in a case that Alan Beck did, he sued the Honolulu Police Department for deleting comments off Facebook, and he won. And the case that he did, Mr. Alan Beck, is now cited all over the country when people sue Facebook with the pig departments when they delete comments. Alan Beck also did a torture cuff case in 2020 where he got a guy $50,000. He's an attorney out of California. He does all kinds of law, but specializes in federal civil rights cases like deprivation of rights and excessive force when your torture cuffs are put on. First Amendment cases where they delete comments on a pig page on Facebook, and Second Amendment stuff. Look up Alan Beck's Second Amendment. This guy's an animal. He's an absolute animal, and he's definitely part of the team of people that we are slowly assimilating together here on Team DLZ, where we're creating that funding apparatus for lawyers all over the country, because so many of you guys need lawyers. And so, I just want to make sure that everybody recognizes. And Alan will have a public YouTube page pretty soon. He's got some stuff on there, but Alan is also, just so you know, a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Needless to say, we got along like bread and butter. As soon as we sat down and started talking, this guy and I got along like bread and butter. We ended up talking for 2.5 hours, and it was a really great conversation. Thank you so much, Roger, for gifting out 10 memberships. You guys want a membership to Team DLZ? Get it from Roger. That's right, Clown Patrol. That comes from Mr. Alan Beck. He's the one that did that.
No, I don't think so. No.
I was going to get out of the way.
Yeah, I'll move. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you in a second.
You coach those women into lying, dude. You coach them in what to say. You coach them, and you're a pig, bro. You are a jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section, JBTP. Put that in the comment section, JBTP. Still almost 400 people here between Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. There it is. That's the end of that video right there. Cool. So remember today's special. Today's special is you will get the cop card for free if you buy one of these Fifth Amendment trifolds. You immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And this guy may not have had all those problems if he had it immediately invoked when the cop demanded his ID. When the cop demands your ID, don't tell him, I don't got to give you my ID. That is not what I've coached. That is not what I've said that I do. What I tell you guys that I do is when he says, let me see some ID, you go, 1 second, can I grab it out of my wallet here? Then you reach in, you grab your wallet, and you pull it out, and you say, here you go, number 4. You said you have reasonable articulable suspicion I'm trespassing? Okay, fine. I plead the Fifth Amendment and I identify as good citizen. Hibble versus Nevada, with reasonable articulable suspicion, citizen must state how they ID. Do not give ID without probable cause. And I'll give this to you for free with your purchase of a $20 trifold. Or you could just buy this for $10. But if you get one of these, I always throw free stuff in. 99% of the time I throw in free stuff. 99% of the time, because you have to have one of these in your wallet. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a cop card in your wallet. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a trifold up in your visor. Go ahead. Let me see how many people here have got a cop card in their wallet or have got a trifold up in their visor. It is imperative that you do. And then you use your camera like a ninja warrior. And you use your trifold in the other hand. Just like this, touchdown position. Just like I teach you every time. Touchdown position. Right here. Now my hands are above my steering wheel. Now he can't shoot me because my camera's filming and this is in my other hand. There's no way I'm reaching below the steering wheel. Not in this jackboot thug pig society. No way, no how. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. Oh, Angry Vet, you got your hoodie before I was throwing free stuff in them. I'm so sorry. Angry Vet, though, just shoot me an email, brother. I'll send you out a trifold and a cop card. You know that. Anytime. Angry Vet's an activist. He's on the street doing the work. I'll give you my products absolutely for free. So Angry Vet, I have your address in my system, but shoot me an email, Angry Vet, because I have your email address too. Send me your full name and mailing address, and I will shoot you that stuff out first thing tomorrow. I'll send you out a trifold and a cop card. I think you may already have it. I'm pretty sure. Didn't I already send it out to you? Didn't I already send you stuff out? I'm pretty sure that I did. Oh, okay. Okay. You're only okay, good. Yeah. You guys know I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I mean, I try to make sure that I take care of everybody. Alan Beck the other day when we had lunch, while we were having lunch, someone came up to me and said, "Hey, Chili, let's take a picture." I took a picture with him, and then I gave Alan Beck's trifold to the guy who came up to me. Alan, I'm shipping you out a Fifth Amendment cop card and a trifold as well. 100,000%. It has to happen. All right. All right. So there's the special for the day. If you want a free cop card, hey, if you want to buy it, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. But I'll give it to you for free with your purchase of a trifold that I ship. There's a $9 trifold you print at home. I don't ship anything when you get a print at home trifold. So if you get the one for $20 that I ship, then I can just slip those cop cards right in there for you. And yesterday I gave away a trifold and a cop card with the purchase of a trifold. So maybe this weekend I'll do the same special. Maybe I'll do the same special this weekend. So here we are.
If there's anybody,
we've got the best and the brightest again. Let's show another one. Let's show another one of the best and the brightest. Let's show another one. These cops are just amazing, aren't they? Here goes another one.
if there's anybody in Colorado who may not be sleeping at night because of stacked up legal problems, it's former Aurora cop Douglas Haroon. He's currently facing 2 separate criminal assault cases. One for shooting a man in the ankle while on duty in 2022. And then a month later, he was arrested for attacking and choking a woman during a fight over a dog while on leave from the police department. That woman filed a federal lawsuit against Haroon and the city of Aurora with photos showing bruising. She claimed Haroon flashed his police badge before the attack. And now, the city of Aurora has filed its own lawsuit against Haroon, which seeks to get off the hook from defending him in the woman's lawsuit.
And they've asked for what's called a declaratory judgment.
It's a bit complicated, but 9 News legal expert Whitney Traylor explains it pretty simply. The city hopes a judge will agree that Haroon had been stripped of his police powers when he allegedly attacked the woman.
And so what they've done is Aurora police has said, we don't think we're liable. He wasn't acting under color of state law. He wasn't acting as an employee. He was on leave.
However, in his own legal filing, Haroon says Aurora should defend him because he was still technically employed as a police officer at the time of the encounter with the woman. If a judge agrees with the city of Aurora, Haroon will have to defend himself and potentially lose a lot of his own money.
But this is a unique situation where a law enforcement agency, the Aurora Police Department, is saying, hey, we're not on the hook. And that's relevant because we've just passed the police accountability bill, which says that an individual officer can be liable for at least a portion of that.
I reached out to Douglas Haroon for comment. He actually answered his phone, but he said he did not have time to talk about this story. In his 2 separate criminal assault cases, he has 2 trials set for May and then another set in June. The city of Aurora is not defending him in those criminal cases. Quite the legal quandary here.
Yeah, it's this accountability law has changed a lot of things, raises a lot of questions.
Oh, has it? Isn't Colorado one of the worst police states in the country? So here, remember what you're looking at here. Remember what you're watching here. You're watching state-run media operatives. Don't believe a word they say. I go by Yahoo, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. I go by all of them. I go by OWN. I go by every single mainstream media news outlet there is so that I can see what the state-run media is lying to us about. And then whatever they say, I flip it. And I say, what are they lying about? So now listen to what she says here.
Yeah, in those criminal cases. Quite the legal quandary here.
Yeah, it's this accountability law has changed a lot of things, raises a lot of questions.
No. This gang member, the pig gang member here that they don't want to represent, that they're saying, oh, he's not one of us. That gang member offended another gang member on the other side of the thin blue line. This state-run media operative agent right here, this woman, is telling the general public this police accountability bill is really changing a lot of things. Now just flip it. This police accountability bill isn't changing a damn thing. Whatever they say, flip it around. She's lying. It's not changing a lot of things. How many videos have I shown you from Aurora, Colorado, where they are murdering, raping, beating, maiming, torturing, shooting, killing people in the streets of Colorado? This police accountability bill is not changing a lot of things. Remember what I always say, as long as we have this set of policies, procedures, and protocols, it doesn't matter if you fire every pig there is. If they bring in new pigs to follow the same rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols, you're going to have tyranny. It doesn't matter which bill you write. As long as you have Terry versus Ohio, Pennsylvania versus Mims, Arizona versus Johnson, Carroll versus United States, Kerr versus California, Brenniger versus United States. As long as we have those case law on the books, Graham versus Connor, Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, as long as we have those cases that are still case precedent, and they create a policy that the police are allowed to arrest you for any infraction of the law, Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, that the police can use any objectively reasonable amount of force that they choose to use, 1989 Graham versus Connor. As long as police can run up to you and say, hey, I'm suspicious of you, 1968 Terry versus Ohio. As long as police can detain you in the name of officer safety, Terry versus Ohio. As long as police can just tap, 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 knock on your door and say, police, 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 and then boom, kick your door down, 1963 Kerr versus California. As long as we have those on the books, qualified immunity doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They were following policy. And how many times do you hear, that's our policy? And if they follow their policy, well, then they go back and the Fraternal Order of Police reviews it, and they look at the contract they have with the city, state, borough, district, and they say, no, we follow policy here. We wrote a policy. We followed that policy. We investigated ourselves. And you know what? Everything's good. This is a state-run media operative. This what she is.
Yeah, and now he criminal cases.
Listen to the lie.
Quite the legal quandary here.
Yeah, it's this accountability law has changed a lot of things.
No, you still have Terry versus Ohio. You still have Pennsylvania versus Mims. You still have Kerr, Brenniger, Graham, Atwater. You still have all those case law. So it's not going to change a lot of things. There's not going to be one bill that changes a lot of things. Our system is designed to be extraordinarily slow. And I got Alan Beck quoting what he said to me the other day at lunch.
Raises a lot of questions.
Yeah, and now he may be personally liable in that federal lawsuit. That means if she wins in court, he's going to have to pay up. However, her attorney would likely want the city of Aurora to remain as a defendant because they have deeper pockets. Right?
Yeah,
for
the
a payout.
question immediately is how much does he even have? So.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks a lot, Jeremy. Thanks so much, Jeremy. So if you guys are not subscribed, let me share this with you. This is going to be episode 28 of American Patriot. If you guys have not seen this series and you guys are wondering what I exactly did, when I went to Ironton, Ohio, there was still 5 or 6 cops that worked there. I've been gone now. 5 or 6 cops are gone. The chief of police is gone. Bradley Spoljaric's in prison. Jonathan Spoljaric resigned in disgrace after I revealed that he's a pedophile. Hanshaw, Deputy Hanshaw, was fired a few weeks ago. There's another pig I'm missing here that we got rid of in Ironton, Ohio. Wherever I go, pigs get fired. And the reason why is because I exposed them. I'm going to get you. That's not a threat. I'm going to get you with my camera and I'm going to expose you is what's going to happen. And that's what happens wherever I go. Wherever I go, pigs get fired. Pigs in the upper Michigan Peninsula, I'll see you soon. I'll see you pigs soon. And I got backup now. There's people meeting me in the upper peninsula of Michigan, and we're going to film all you pigs. And I'm going to get some pigs fired in the upper peninsula. That's what's going to happen. I'll be there soon. So this is episode 28 of American Patriot. Each episode's about 10 minutes. If you have not seen it, then please go and subscribe to American Patriot. Let me drop the link here and watch this from the beginning. Watch episode 1 from the beginning, because I slowly but surely am laying out exactly the corruption that's going on in Ironton, Ohio. I wish I had more of Judge Waldo in here, the corrupt judge from my perspective, who is creating the cash for rehab scam, like the cash for kids scam in Connecticut a dozen years ago, or 7 or 8 years ago. Was it a dozen years ago now? And the exact same thing is happening up here. I'm going to preview a little bit of this. If you guys have already seen it, then cool. Let's watch it a little bit together. But as we watch this, I'm going to pause it and stay behind the camera here. And I'm going to tell you some behind the scenes stuff that you probably didn't know that was happening in Ironton, Ohio when this was all going down. This is the very beginning of episode 28 on American Patriot. It's 14 minutes long.
I'm up here all by myself.
He had called me up from the bottom, called me a wussy and a weenie, and well.
Did you want to talk? I don't have nothing to say to you. I think you're a fucking scumbag, man. I'm right here, though. I came to talk to you. I have nothing to say to you. But you said you wanted to talk. You wanted to run me out of town. Why am I here? I want you to leave our town. You are a fucking scumbag. No, nobody else does, though. Hey, they're killing me. They're beating me. What the fuck do you think, dude? Hey, it is. Hey, man, what do you think? They're cowards. You go. Do you know it? Do you know what's happening? Do you know what's happening? I'm asking you. If I knew what's happening, I'd be on your team. Well, did it happen to you? I don't want you guys getting each other's faces. Please stay apart. Yes, sir. We're peace here, bro. Yes, sir. Well, hold on. Wait, no. Don't tear your shirt off. Listen. They'll try to arrest me for inciting a riot. Okay, you got to keep your cool. Hey, Mom, it's your son. How you doing? Listen, things around here are getting a little hairy, and I want you to know that no matter what occurs or what you hear, I did not go to violence. I've sworn a life to be exemplary for others, to be able to control my emotions in the face of adversity. When everybody else is losing their heads, hold on to yours. Now, to be fair to everybody, let's give this gentleman, hold on, just to be fair, okay? I'm good. I'm not going to attack you, brother. I can stand right next to you. I'm not going to fight you, dude. But I want to give this gentleman hold on a second. Let's mediate this fairly. We're Americans, right? Do you love America? Do you love America? Absolutely. Then give him his chance to speak. Everybody heard you. I don't have nothing against we all heard you. Let him speak now. I will. Now, what do you want to tell him? Absolutely. Fair and square.
Cops are crooked. Yeah, they are. They are the crookedest motherfuckers around here, brother. Let me tell you something. There's only one. They pulled us.
Hold on.
5 times, all right? Ask me for my ID. I'm in a passenger seat. Is that right? Can you tell me is that right?
It's a conversation. I'm not a cop. I don't know. Oh, so it hasn't happened to you, so it couldn't happen to you. No. Trust me. I'm not an innocent person. You're not? Chili. You've been arrested too? I've been arrested. Okay, so everybody goes to the dungeon. Then why do you back the blue? What do you mean? Was it overcrowded when you went to the jail? I was wrong. Were there bodies from wall to wall in the jail? When I was there? Arrested, I was wrong. But was there bodies from wall to wall in the jail? Yes. I went down. Answer me. I went down to the drunk tank on a DUI. Okay. Yes. I deserve every ounce of what I got. I'm sorry you feel that way. I don't think you did. But you can do whatever. But are you going to invalidate what happened to him? That doesn't count. Is that what you're telling me? I'm going to tell you something. Does it count or not? Does it count? Is he lying? You called me a scum. I told you what I thought of you. We've had it out. I think that is he telling the truth? I'm a scumbag. I got you. I'm scum. I'm scum. Now, how about fight this? I'm here because of guys like this. I'm here because of guys like this. Keep on fighting your fight. Okay. Yeah. I appreciate your respect. Hey, I respect you stand up here like a man. I respect you stand up here like a man. I am grown ass. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I disagree with it. You can get a picture with me. That go to jail for the obvious reason, deservedly so, and then turn around against the cops and say the cops did something wrong. That's what I am. Okay. 1,000% against. Well, I gave you your chance to speak. Yes, it's good. Okay. Hey, look, I get what you're doing. Okay. Keep fighting your fight. Okay, thank you. I don't like you. Okay, that's cool. I don't. Listen, I don't. It's not that I dislike you. It's not that. That's the great thing about America.
I think you live. But don't get hit by a car, brother. Don't get hit by a car. Don't get hit by a car. Okay, is there anything else you want to say? I want to make sure you get your opportunity. You told me I'm a scumbag, I'm a piece of shit. Okay, everybody heard you. Anything about the cops here? You think what they're doing is right to people? You think that he's just making shit up?
I think they're great.
You think the cops are great?
Listen, hey, you're welcome to your opinion too. I think they do a tremendous job.
Okay.
I think that the way they govern our town with people that are selling dope, doing dope, and running around. I get it, sis. I get it. Look, I ain't mad at nobody.
But these people don't matter. It's just me. I'm the bad guy.
No.
You don't count. He doesn't count.
I'm hearing what he said.
But then why don't you validate him? The man's been beaten and cuffed sitting in the back of a cop car 5 times.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it. So he's lying. Then you're a liar.
I'm not saying that.
He's a liar.
I didn't say that. You're trying to put words in my mouth.
But then do you believe him or not?
No, I don't.
You don't believe him. So then he's lying.
Guys.
So then he's lying.
Okay. I watched too many of them.
Watch Sarah where she was mangled, mentally beaten, basically.
I didn't.
What about the guy?
I haven't watched but about 3 minutes, and I honestly get sick in about.
Why don't you watch the Sarah Page story? That's why I'm here, brother. Listen, do you know why I have respect for you? Because you can stand here with me face to face. We can tell each other you're a piece of shit. I think you're a pussy, and we can stand here and still talk.
You can
I
sound
respect
a pussy.
that. I respect that.
I'll
I
tell you right
respect
now,
that.
You couldn't fucking handle me on your best day, right?
Oh yeah?
I'm willing to write a waiver. You've offered everybody that.
Yeah.
I will write it right now.
to the gym.
Yeah.
Or else whatever. I'll go to the gym. I'll take you to the streets.
Okay. Remember, they need me to go to violence to lower myself to their level. They need me to lose my cool. They need me to be willing to roll around on the ground with a pig, to stop my mental intellect, to stop my natural power that was invested in me by God. They need me to go into human form where we're so flawed when I'm on a mission here. They need me to be violent. They need me to incite a riot. They need me to agree to fist fighting regular citizens in the street. I will not do it. We don't fight in the streets, brother. We say law and order. Aren't you for law and order? Fighting in the streets is not law and order. To the gym. A fair pace in the gym. A fair place. Okay.
With everything.
Okay. Come on, let's take a picture, guys. I want to make sure that you heard everything.
I don't have nothing against anybody. Everybody should stand for what they think.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, brother.
Hey, man, you keep doing what you
Watch yourselves.
It's one of my.
But did you watch the stories?
It's one of my friends.
Can I come up to you? Don't get hit. Can I walk up to you? I'm not going to fight you. So
do
let me ask you a
not-
question.
do
Have
not
you
invade
watched
my
any of the
space.
stories? Have you watched it?
Problem. It's good.
No, take
Don't worry.
it easy.
No,
There's no
no,
worry.
you're gonna fucking take it easy.
Have you
You're gonna
watched
fucking
any of the
take it
stories?
easy. Yeah.
You're on video, sir.
I'm his son.
It's
Nice
good.
to meet you.
He's a gentleman, dude.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman too. But somebody called me and said, "Hey, your dad's about to get fucking jumped." I'm here.
You know that. You know
Dude,
that.
I'm not.
You know
fucking-
I would.
look,
You know I would not
You're a
jump you,
fucking
brother.
scumbag. I wouldn't
I
shake
know how
your
to fight.
fucking
You
hand
don't have to shake my hand.
for nothing. Would you please? Hey, next thing we'll say, change your clothes, too. Nasty motherfucker. You've had the same clothes on since you've been on everything. hey, the next thing is change your fucking clothes. You talk about this little town, what it is. You've had the same fucking clothes on.
These
for
are
4
actually
days.
different clothes. I wear the same attire every day.
It don't matter. He
Hey,
just switches,
I wear the
he
same.
just
I wear
switches
a
the
new
words.
sweatshirt
He just switches the
and
words
a
on
new
every
t-shirt.
person.
I'm going to tell you
jeans.
right now.
They're all
Somebody
cute.
gonna get jumped.
Look, you're a piece of shit.
You told me that already. There's nothing more to add.
Look, you're a piece
Hey,
of shit.
I commend you.
Look who you're messing with.
Hang on.
Look who you're messing with.
For
Look,
defending
these are
your.
good people.
Hey, listen, let's. Whoa, hey, listen.
Anybody,
You getting in a fight doesn't help anybody. Let's go down. Let's go down. Listen, I let you be heard out.
Yes. If anybody does it, I will do it.
Thank you for your time.
Hang on. Appreciate your time. Anybody does it,
I appreciate your time. Thank you for your time.
I'm going to tell you.
Let's go down. We're walking down. Come on, let's go walk.
Shut up.
No. I wouldn't let anybody jump. I wouldn't let anybody jump.
Here's
Come on, let's go. Let's get out of here.
I think that you're a scumbag.
You go get in your car for me, please. Hey, listen, go get in your jump in your car for me, buddy. Hey, listen, you're not going to help me. You're not going to help me. This hurts us. No, not for the children. No. Get in the car. He's gonna stop. Oh, listen, you're gonna be.
Right there.
Listen, don't do this. The cops will arrest you.
I can tell you right now. Cops will arrest you. Any one of you scumbag motherfuckers want it. You've asked for this. You're a piece of fucking shit.
So right here, you guys can't see it because of the camera angle, but this man came charging over. And so what I did is physically put my body with my back between him and the other man while the other man's wife was holding him back. But I wasn't going to let him go around me. And I put the camera right in his face.
I can tell you right now. Any one of you scumbag motherfuckers want it. You've asked for this. You're a piece of fucking shit. You hear me?
Hey, please. My kids are here. Please.
You guys, if you would go, you would help me a lot. If you would leave, you would help me a lot.
I'm trying to get him
If you would go and leave, you would help me a lot.
Hey, you're a piece of shit. Hey, thank you. Chili.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Hey, Chili.
I got money to get his
You're a piece. Look, I'm right here. Me and Chili is not gonna hit each other.
No, I don't think you will.
Chili,
I think you're a man of integrity so far.
I think you're a scumbag.
Okay, but so far as like
we're allowed to do this,
allowing to disagree,
hey,
I think that you're good.
You're a fucking scumbag, bro.
Okay.
I think he's afraid of me.
Yeah. You're lying to guys. Hey, this cocksucker right here.
Pull out of here. All right, brother. Hey, I'll see you down there. I'll meet you down there.
This cocksucker here, Chili, he's lying to you. No, hang on, sis.
No.
There's a truck.
I'm trying to get them to go. I want you to.
There's 10 guys around me at this point.
There's a truck coming. She was getting ready to get hit.
You can't calm down, brother.
You're a liar.
I don't want them.
You're a fucking fraud.
Trying to get out.
You're a piece of shit fraud, Chili.
There's 10 guys around me and I keep my back to them because I'm not afraid. I don't feel any fear.
Keep playing it.
He's gonna pull
back. Invite me to the gym.
Exactly like you invited.
I've invited you 3 times, bro. Hey, charity, FOP. I will do it for fraternal. What do you mean, am I ex?
I don't know. Are you sure?
No, but we want.
What's it matter if I am? Why does it matter?
I want the cops.
You're a piece of shit. You're a fraud. You're a fraud.
Can he pull out, please? Would you pull up a little bit for me, please, sir? I appreciate that. Thank you. I need you to leave. Please leave. Go that way, back up, and go that way. No, turn your car the other way. The other way.
Hey, hang on a second.
No, he's pulling out.
No need of them being in a hurry. Go on, sis.
Go ahead, sis.
Dude, hey, Chili, here's where we're from. I'll take care of this. I can have an argument in my town, but I'm going to take care of it. Your fucking ass is making money off of it because you're a goddamn fraud.
I was dead broke. I had given away so many trifolds and donated so much money that I was almost $9,000 overdrawn.
You're a fucking scandalous piece of shit. I want you to fight me. I want you to sign the waiver. Would you? Would you sign the waiver? Hey, would you sign the waiver? Hey, hang on. Hey, hang on.
This isn't going to go anywhere from here. Let's just talk
No,
later.
it can.
Let's talk later. You got my phone number?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Where are we going?
I'll be out tomorrow publicly.
Where you want to meet me at?
McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Hey, I've asked you 15 times to sign the waiver. I knew it. Hey, come back. Chili won't sign the waiver.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff are. She decided to run at me with the car. Okay. How you doing? You're not on camera.
This town is crooked.
This town is crooked.
Every cop, every court system, it's all crooked.
Okay. I'm not gonna I'll read your note and I'll call you, okay?
That's her sister, but
it's her sister.
It's my daughter.
It's your daughter.
All they do is take the drugs from them and they use them themselves.
Okay. Fifth note. Is this the fifth note or fourth note? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll shake your hand too.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Bootlickers. Take them out. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I had an incident like literally 2 weeks ago, and a cop tried to Mirandize my neighbor's right of freedom of speech because we got into an altercation with a neighbor because we have a newborn and he was blocking our.
Which cop was it?
I forgot his fucking name. He was a tall little skinny dude.
Okay.
And he's from
Is it
Ironton.
Ironton Police
Yes.
Department?
Ironton.
Let me know his name when you get a chance. You can reach out to me on deletelaws.com, okay?
I got you. And then don't even pay attention to these.
Well, he said he wanted to talk to me face to face, man to man, so I walked up there and he's drunk.
Yeah, like these people out here, all they're worried about is just
he's drunk. He's drunk. He's literally, he smelled so drunk. He smelled like alcohol. So thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Pray with me, Mama. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of darkness, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. This is why I feel absolutely no fear. I'm on a mission, and I was sent here by God.
Evan McKnight is one. It was one of them. Me and him, they come down to where like, see, I'm ready to fist fight that dude. Simple as that.
How big of a wussy is Evan McKnight?
He's a bitch.
Is he a wussy too?
Yes,
Just a
he
total
is.
bitch, right?
Yes, he is.
I've
He always
heard
messing
that.
with these women, want to beat on these women in cars, and they pulling an old woman out and slamming her to the ground. That's bullshit. He's a coward for that. When I don't want women carrying.
So here's the thing, I don't know if Alan Beck is still in here or not, but I've been on the mat since I was 7 years old. I've been in hundreds and hundreds of street fights, fist fights, whether it be on the playground or the recess during high school or college or my first job when I worked in Vegas. I had to beat up a couple dudes right when I came to work. A couple dudes I beat up in Dallas, and jail. I had to beat people up. And what I have learned is that me fist fighting and just so you know, if I have to fight, I'm going to do what I have to do. But that's not the point of what I'm saying to you. Me fist fighting people, you lower yourself. You lower your stock. All the years I've been studying constitutional law, I can riff case law off the top of my head. Alan Beck is in here. Alan's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm not a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I never trained under one teacher for 10 years, but I did train since I was 7 years old until I was 40, 42, consistently week in, week out. So it's not that I need to prove anything to anybody. It's that if I go fist fighting people, what does that say to the children, to the kids watching who learn only by example, that the way that we solve our fist fights, the way that we solve our problems is by fist fighting one another? You notice he was calling me the names he was calling me, and I said, hey, so far you seem like a man of integrity to me, because I knew that he was a bag of hot air. He wasn't going to throw. If he had thrown, I would have wasted him. On the spot, it would have been very quick. But that's not what I'm supposed to do. That's not what a leader does. How many leaders do you see rolling around in the mud having a fist fight? Abraham Lincoln was an MMA fighter. Yet when he ran for Congress in 1832, he lost. And he didn't fist fight his opponents. And then at the same time in 1834, when he was finally voted into the House of Representatives, and his counterpart, Stephen Douglas, who they would go on to have many debates, they never fist fought each other. And so to me, I need to go. Do I want a fist fight? Oh, man. Alan Beck and I had a 2.5 hour conversation the other day. Man, I'll tell you, I'm 49 years old. Before I was 40, my favorite thing to do was to have a fist fight in the room. Get a guy in there training MMA and let's go, bro. Just try to take me on and have a full-on fist fight where you come out and your face is beat up and you shake each other's hands, pick each other up off the mat because you're both bleeding. It's my favorite thing to do. I love a fist fight. My favorite.
I love it when I get popped right in the mouth, like, ooh, you got me, bro. My favorite feeling ever. I never feel more alive. Ah. And just so you know, I get my implants this week. I'll have implants. I have no shame. I broke my maxilla from getting in too many fights as a kid. So it doesn't bother me. I am what I am, but I'm not going to go to violence. I am not going to go to violence. I won't do it. You can't talk me into it. I'm not going to do it. I will not be a leader who leads with, well, I went over to Ohio and I beat that cop up. I used to think when I first started on camera that I would disrespect these guys and I would even kick the shit out of them and do some exhibitions with them. But then I got to lower myself down to wrestle a pig. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I have too much knowledge in my head. What if I get hit in the head and I lose my knowledge and all of a sudden I'm not quite the same guy I was today? Let me show you a video that's going viral. You guys remember yesterday I showed you guys let me go here. This video is going viral. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to share this video. You see this share button right here? This video has got almost 100,000 views in just a few hours. So I'm going to drop the link for this video. I want you to hit the share button right here. Whoops. When I don't want women. See, I want you to hit the share button right here and share this on your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, your TikTok. I want you to share this video using that share button. And this video is going super viral. This is one of the most viral videos that I've ever had. And I want more people to see this video. Carrying guns and being in charge of men, and when I don't want women carrying guns and being in charge of men, and I don't want women going to war. Now watch how ineffective these jackboot thug pigs are.
Sheriff's office!
Dirty jackboot thug pigs. Put it in the comment. JBTP. You jackboot thug pigs. It looks like these scared pigtail coppers shot the gun, unloaded it, and unloaded another magazine into someone's apartment. Isn't there another apartment on the other side of that? Don't bullets ricochet? You attempted murder. When I don't want women carrying guns and being in charge. So that's pretty exciting. I'll drop the link for that down in the comment sec. Oops, that's a StreamYard link. Sorry about that. Whoops. I better not share that one. I'll get a bunch of trolls in here. So let me share this link if you guys want to share this video. That would be absolutely awesome. Here's the link. Here's the link for that. And the cool part is that, just so you guys know, for the first time in 5 years, this week, I'll be down for a couple of days this week. I get oral surgery and I get implants put in my teeth here for the first time. I'll have teeth in the front in over 5 years. And so I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. I haven't enjoyed this, but my bone's been broken and we put bone graft in there to get teeth in there. And so for the first time, I'm going to be able to have teeth that don't come out of my head. I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest with you guys. Michael, we don't stop. We don't stop. Put it in the chat. We don't stop. Put it in the chat. We don't stop. No matter what occurs, we do not stop. I should be able to talk like this a little bit with after oral surgery. We don't stop. I get oral surgery this week and I will no longer have a flipper tooth here. So I'm pretty excited about it. And I'm listen to me. I have absolutely no shame. I'm also only 5'8" tall. I'm short. I'm 5'8". I don't think it ever bothered me. I don't think even when I was, because I graduated high school at 5'6". and then I grew 2 inches my sophomore year of college. It just never bothered me. There's nothing, Basil. There's just I just don't have any insecurity about my teeth getting knocked out from being in too many fights, from being short, from being 5'8", from being built like a fire hydrant. I weigh 210. So it just, there's nothing about me physically that I'm embarrassed about. There's nothing I've done in my life that I won't talk about out loud right here, right now. How deep do you want to go into the truth? How deep you want to go? You sure you want to go to those levels? Are you sure you want to go that deep? Are you sure you want to go that deep? Be careful, because I'll go down to the deep, deep, deep water. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I have never hurt a woman. I have never beat up a dude and never stolen a guy's life savings. I've never left a weeping babe in the street. I've never hurt a child. There's nothing I won't talk about. But be careful. Are you sure you want to talk about that? Be sure that you want to talk about it, because I'm not afraid of the truth. Ask Michael Eline. Ask Michael Eline. Michael, do I ever hold back with the truth? Michael and I are new friends. We've only known each other for a month. He's an attorney. He's licensed in California. He's licensed in Texas. He takes on litigation cases that are based on contingency. But Michael, have you ever seen me hold back? No matter what it is, I don't care what it is. If you say something, I disagree with you. Now, I don't have to be a dick about it, but I'll say, I don't agree with that at all. I don't have to be mean about it. I just don't hold back. I'm not going to sit here and be quiet. I don't like Trump wanting to indemnify police. He said the other day, get more German Shepherds. No, I hate Trump. I hate Biden too, but I really hate Trump wanting to indemnify police. And ironically, more people who are MAGA and more people who are Trump supporters keep on subscribing to the channel, because I'm not fake. You can't be fake, man, when there's thousands and thousands of people who watch you, when there's thousands and thousands of people who investigate you and look into your past and see if you're telling the truth. And I'm the most investigated leader on all of YouTube. Well, there's very few leaders. There's a lot of influencers, a lot of entertainers. There's a lot of likes, comments, and shares people. But as far as leadership who understand what has to happen and the things that need to happen for change to really happen in this country, there's very few of us, very few leaders. So yeah, JT Soup has changed his mind about Trump with all the cops sucking. JT Soup is a jiu-jitsu fighter. I watch his Instagram. He's always fighting, so we got to keep fighting. We got to keep fighting. And if you want to hate me over loving some politician, how many of you guys have I called on the phone? How many of you guys have I texted with? Have I emailed with? I'm in touch with these people. These are Team DLZ people. I'm in touch with a lot of people. So, all right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. I can't stay here. Remember today's special. If you guys go to my website, deletelaws.com, and you get a trifold where you plead the Fifth Amendment immediately, I will give you a set of Fifth Amendment cop cards with it. Maybe this weekend I'll do another. If you get a trifold, I'll give you an extra trifold and a cop card. Just for today, though, I'm just doing the trifold, and I'll give you a free cop card if you want it. You're welcome to buy the cop card if you want. You get 2 of them. You get the driver and non-driver. But I agree with you, Larry. Larry Watts said, you can put Trump 2024. You can support Trump. I don't agree with you, but you're welcome to your opinion. And it's not Larry Wyatt who's going to be the final decider of whether Trump or I'm voting for Robert Kennedy Jr., but you're welcome to support Trump on this page. You're welcome to say Trump 2024. You can say whatever you want. I'll support you. We don't agree. I think Trump's a piece of shit, but you're welcome to say whatever you want, man. I don't want, politics I've watched divide the boomers. My mother, my uncles, my cousins are all divided. They've deleted each other off of Facebook over supporting Democrats or Republicans. To me, they're 2 wings of the same bird. So you could support anybody you want. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but love for you, Larry. We agree to disagree. I'm not voting for Biden either, though, just so you know. Biden's completely lost. He's senile. It's ridiculous. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. He's a dead man walking. He's a dead man walking. Learn your rights, invoke your rights. Don't talk to cops. Use your Fifth Amendment cop card, use your trifold, and use your camera. Empower yourself. Know your rights. Don't think you're going to get some lawyer on the phone who's going to talk the cops for you. I just don't think it's going to work. I don't think any cop's going to get on the phone with your attorney. I just don't think it's going to work. I don't think that the cops are civilized enough. I think it's a jackboot thug pig. Put in the comment section, OTVO. Put in the comment section, OTVO. J2 Soup, Shock Professor. Steve, what is going on, my friend? Always good to see you, Steve. Chevy, what is going on? Milena, how are you? Trip, what is going on? Basil, what is going on? Shock Professor, good to see you. I got JT, I got Deanna, Citizens Broadcast Cooperative. What's going on? Terry Keith, how are you? Let's go, OTVO. Bruce, got you in the chat. What is going on? Clown Patrol. Stomper, always love seeing you. Avery, man, the wrestling is out. So Avery's another wrestler. We watch tons of wrestling on YouTube and shoot stuff back and forth about that. I agree with you there, John. Biden is comatose. It's ridiculous. It's like running a dead man for election. You know, Obama's underneath the White House pushing the levers. You know that. But let me just say this too. Barack Obama did not marry a trans woman, a trans man. I don't know what you call this ridiculous garbage that Michelle Obama is a man. I find just despicable. Just despicable. She's a woman. She's had 2 children. I just find it despicable. Dan Hanlon, how are you? We can fight our political opponents without saying that they're some transgender to try to insult them, which, by the way, there's transgender people in my family. I have nothing against them. I think the culture of he, she, say he, call them they, them, I think that's some weird ass shit. But I have nothing but love and support for trans people. I hope they have an easier life. As long as you're not trying to do drag shows in schools, as long as you're not trying to be a biological man and play on women's basketball teams or women's volleyball teams or track and field, those are the things I have sticking points with. But I have nothing but love and respect for trans people and for gay people. I have nothing against them. They didn't do anything to me. And so this idea that we should bash people and say that they're bad because they're homosexual or trans, you're going to lose me there, because that's just not how I feel. I think people are people, and the worse we treat people, the more we get school shooters, the more we get people who are mentally deranged and want to lash out at society and kill each other. And so I don't have that hate. I don't have it in me. I'm sorry. It doesn't exist. I'm pretty hard on the right, pro Second Amendment all the way, seal the border 100%. Like, that's pretty hard on the right. The liberals wouldn't have me. And at the same time, I know that the laws in our country were created for blacks. So conservatives sometimes are like, why are you saying everything's racist? No. The laws are racist and cops are racist to black people. Even worse than it is in your poor white communities. Could you even imagine that? How bad is it in the poor white communities? So bad. There's more white people in prison than black people. Per capita, though, there's more black people in prison than white people. How bad is it in the poor white communities? Man, they are just running roughshod over you. Now imagine what it's like in the poor black communities. It's even worse. So, I just know that we're all in this together. And as long as we're fighting each other and saying, oh, they're bad because of this, oh, they're bad because of this, let's divide us by race and by sexual preference. That's what they want. They want us to hate each other. Hate that gay person, hate that black person, hate that Mexican, hate that white person. White privilege, hate them. No, won't work. Because when I go to a police department and I ask 1,000 of you to come with me and sit in that police department where we shut down their business for the day, you got to be willing to go to jail and lock arms with someone next to you who may be a different color, who may be a different sexual orientation. Can you put your differences to the side for unity to come together through peaceful protest? If you want to go to violence, go somewhere else. You're in the wrong place. All right, listen. Thank you for coming. Milena, good to see you. Someone, Brick, how are you? Ask Michael Eline. Hopefully take a look at that video, Michael Eline. Maybe you can jump in on that case. Shanta, good to see you. Everybody, Bruce, Gregor, always good to see you. I didn't see Mikey in here tonight, though. Doug, how are you? Clown Patrol. Ryut, Serious Audits. Hopefully you're getting up and you're doing some audits, Ryut. Send me a link if you are. I got to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.